DJs are.
One two 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 one two. Make sure to tap in. Make sure to hit that like button. We are back. All right, it's your boy Friday Ricky Dread here on a Friday night. Okay, fashionably late over here. Yo, don't worry. We're just on time. Okay, we got a lot of topics to get to. Let me get to my list of topics over here on my screen. I got multiple screens. Rick in the building. We're going to get into some of this Akademiks and Charlamagne interview. All right. Some news around that and some of the things that are going to be happening when that does go down. We'll see if we can also tap in on that Jay-Z performance and catch some of that live. I will risk the copyright. I don't give a fuck. Let's get it popping. All right. Also, we have a response. We have a major response from the Relentless Diaries versus Flow 98.7 host Patricia J. We have finally got a response from Zoie, and we have to do a reaction to that. You know I'm mixy as fuck. All right. Also, I'm gonna do a reaction to WhyG's new song that he has out right now. There's also a couple other things I want to get into. Andrew Callaghan from Channel 5, his YouTube channel, Channel 5. He is being sued right now. We have to get into that as well. There's a few different things that are going on in the city. The city's going wild. People getting robbed for like meetups when it comes to like Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to get into that quick fast. I have a huge Bishnoi gang update. Hold on. Okay. We also found the Canadian Chud. All right, the Canadian Chud, the builder, has been discovered over here in Canada. I will let you know which province, which city, and what to look out for when it comes to the Canadian Chud. Last but not least, I have over here in my civic duties, Tim Hortons versus their franchisees. There's multiple lawsuits being filed on both sides, whether it's Tim Horton's side, whether it's the franchisee side. There's a lot of things that got revealed about the way that they come up with the prices of the shit that I be drinking over here and the donuts and all that other crap. All right. So let me know. Let me know what y'all think when we get to that. All right. If you have any other things, let me know in the comments. Comment gang super strong. All right. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure once you hit that like button, if you're watching from your phone, you're going to see something called a hype pop up. I want you to slap the shit out of that hype. Okay. Slap that hype like it owe you like 5 racks. Slap the shit out of that hype and push this up in the algorithm. You could do the same to that like too, all right? We abusing support over here. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. All right. Big salute to everybody who's popping up in the chat right now. I seen people in the chat from early man like old John Crow 416 Trackstar Music. Big salute to Bodness 9999 in the building. Big salute to Raphael Van in the building. Kaloon Clouds in the building. QG23 in the building. Skinny FTB in the building. Said the thumbnail was for Akademiks until I seen WhyG there. Not gonna lie, clickbait, facts. That's what I do over here. Big salute to Black Paint. That's Wrench Gang regulating things over here in the chat. Shiesty is Bud in the building. Who else is in the building? Ghost Nerd in the building. I see Ghost Nerd Caro in the building. We got a good crowd over here. Okay, make sure to share this out. I've already shared this on Facebook. I've shared it on Twitter. I've shared it all over the place. So if y'all feel froggy, do the same. Let's get this out to as many people as possible. Okay, big salute to DJ Czar on the beat right here. DJ Czar, Jace. Run up them likes right there. Run up them likes. Sorry, those are all my topics on the screen over here. Run up them likes. Make sure and do me a favor. Big salute to Solo 5073 popping up in the chat. Do me a favor. Yes, Zar made that beat. Zar be making beats. You got a few beats over here in the catalog. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to DJ Zar, a man of many hats. Podcaster, political expert, beat maker, rapper, all types of things. Yeah, you see it. But go make sure to tap into our clips channel. We love hip hop clips. Okay? That's where all of the clips live. Shiesty as Bud wants to know, you can't hype the video when it's live. Oh, you can't? Oh, that's whack. Well, shit. For anybody who's watching the replay, hype that video once it's replayed, yo. YouTube, y'all gotta fix that. That's whack. Y'all should make the hypes available everywhere. But yeah, make sure to go to our clips channel. If you need to see any of the clips from these live streams or from the podcast episodes, we drop 2 podcast episodes a week on Monday and on Thursday. Go over to our clips channel and you'll be able to see all of the clips from those live streams as well as the episodes. Okay. Also, our Kick channel. Okay, go over to our Kick. Follow us on Kick. And run up the views on some of the VODs on Kick as well. If any of the clippers out there, feel free to clip any of the stuff that we have out here, okay? If you feel like becoming a clipper for the We Love Hip Hop podcast or network, just start clipping. Holler at me, let me know that, tag me in the clips. I will get at you and we'll find some ways of making some bread off of this. You know what I'm saying? There's always incentives to make money when you fuck with the We Love Hip Hop network. You see it? There was something also I want to show you guys. You said Blue Hat Boy. Yes. We shot a pilot. Pilot. Let me do it one more time and then okay. 27. Got the pilot. I think no for the thing is with this has inspired me now that I've figured out how to get all of the audios good and everything. This has inspired me to actually start doing some of our podcast episodes live. All right. Everything sounded good on this, no?
Drive the boat on some crazy things, you know what I mean?
So his image got dragged to the dirt.
He became like the Rainbow Rex after that, the Tyrannosaurus Rainbow after that, so like many of the great raptors kind of tainted their legacy after. I feel like Kyle Lowry is one of the few who actually got a chip while being here. Like you said, he went through losses, trials and tribulations, and then he's.
So like I said, you guys can go, like right now, this is available, and I haven't cut anything out of it yet. I'm probably going to cut a few pieces out of it because this is part of like the video part of our pilot. But this has inspired me actually to start get into doing some of our podcast episodes live, maybe even just like a portion of it live, maybe not the whole thing that we can give you live. You know, I can explore some of the members only type of things that we can do with the live streams. So yeah, that's going to be happening now that we have everything. Now that I've figured out everything as far as the audios and all that, because I ain't gonna lie, the audios were rough on some of these live streams before.
Siakam, yeah, we had some legendary rappers. So
yeah, and there was the who's the one that who was really close friends with Drake, and he had like 2 girlfriends that everybody.
Lou Will.
2 girls, and they get along like I'm Lou Will.
Yeah, Drake even name dropped him in the song. I was like, wow, this guy's goated. I'm listening to this guy every day in the tune. You know
no, Lou Will was good too, man.
Yeah. So
yeah, I might do it for half the episode. That might work out still. But yeah, definitely look out for more live streams on the way. But before we get into anything, I just want to run just a couple of ads, and then we can get into what we need to get into. All right. Listen to this episode sponsor Exotic Hot Pots with great strains and merch and delivery all across the GTA. You can hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot CA, or subscribe to their Telegram at Exotic Hot Pot. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop podcast. Salute to the sponsors. Cheer. Cheer.
Roll Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels.
Roll ready, ready for the road.
Ready for the road. All right. So let me get my share screens up. Okay. And for anybody who's popping into the live right now, make sure to smash that like button for me, please. Likes are free. All right. What I want to get into first is this Akademiks Charlamagne the God interview that is supposed to be on the way. The major meetings of minds between old media and new media. There was been pictures that have been posted via Akademiks. Actually, he started with the outfit first. Okay. He was getting ready to go on his way to go see his mentor. Once upon a time mentor, or probably still mentor. Right? This is courtesy of Joe Button podcast on Reddit. Act with the OVO chain, calling other people out for their affiliation. Right? Said, had my first round interview with Rock Nation HR. How you like to fit? The man made sure to rock his OVO chain over here and the steak shirt. Jeez. All right. There was a post that came out via his Twitter page. And listen, I also put this on my page, and it has basically what I have on the thumbnail now. All right.
Maybe like effect worse than 2. You know how much litigation they've had just alone in Jersey? The mere fact is this. Y'all took Drake, and these are entities that y'all don't really like, and y'all are saying these are 4 to 5 lawsuits. We've not seen them litigated. One was in Virginia, just got thrown out. They're also making claims, and this is where I said, like, if it was someone that you weren't like worse than, I don't know, maybe like effect.
All right, so from what we heard, it seems like it might be a little heat.
You know how much litigation they've had just alone in Jersey? The mere fact is this. Y'all took Drake, and these are entities that y'all don't really like, and y'all are saying these are 4 to 5 lawsuits. We've not seen them litigated. One was in Virginia, just got thrown out. They're also making claims, and this is where I said, like, if it was someone that you weren't like worse than I don't
Right. And the unfortunate thing, because I did get to speak to Akademiks quickly earlier today, right? And I asked him, when's that interview dropping? Right. This is from yesterday, July 9th. And listen, thank you to everybody who's also been sending me birthday wishes. I should have got into all of that before I got into my segment. I'll get into that after. Okay. Happy birthday to me. But I saw this yesterday on my birthday and I was like, okay, we got the content. But there was just this post. I hit him up earlier before I started the live stream because I was actually very hesitant to even create the thumbnail itself because I was like, shit, man. I don't even want to get up here and not do this shit unless this shit is ready, right? So he said, yes, I'm uploading the video now. Actually, I said, when is it coming out? He said, tonight. Tonight. All right? I'm uploading the video now. I was ready. I was hype. And then I saw this. Drops tomorrow at noon. Womp, 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 womp. All right? I will play some clips because he has spoken about said interview. And I'm actually right now, I'm on a very heavy watch for and I'm looking on my phone right now just to check. Oh, they have dropped. They have dropped. Oh, shit. So there is content that is around this, and we might get an update on what exactly happened over there because the Brilliant Idiots podcast has just dropped their audio. So we'll go through that as well. Here's what Akademiks had to say about the interview. I know, right? Drop. Bruv. When he told me tonight, I was like, perfect. I literally was like, all right, time to create the live. I had a whole other thumbnail planned with me in the thumbnail and shit like that. And I was like, nah, kill that thumbnail. But I'll say this before I play the Akademiks clip. I'll say this. Tomorrow, I will be back live at midday. Tomorrow, 12 a.m. sharp. When that shit drops, I'll be live. I'll be watching it, premiering while it is going on, premiering and doing live reactions to Wagwan. Okay, even if that's the only fucking thing I cover tomorrow, all right? We getting that shit in real time. No waiting, fam. No waiting. So, like I said, Akademiks did have a lot of commentary around this whole thing. Okay. And again, courtesy of CY Shells, CY Seashells by the seashore. All right, say that 3 times fast. Akademiks says he beat Charlamagne 9-3 in their upcoming sit down. Ak says that 2 hours, he spent 2.5 hours, 2 hours debating Rock Nation, and claimed Charlamagne kept gaslighting him throughout the whole conversation. So let's hear what he has to say.
Number one,
12 a.m. Hold on. Am I reading this wrong? No, tomorrow at noon. Young Money, don't get me fucking twisted up, brother. Please. Tomorrow at noon. 12 p.m. I'll be here. Okay, not 12 a.m. 12 p.m. My bad.
big takeaways is that, number one, we're definitely at war with Rock Nation. That was the big takeaway. We're definitely at war.
Yeah, my bad.
Number two, I don't think they updated Charlamagne on the talking points because he was hitting me with the same brilliant idiot shit. This man's a little like that. It's all good. Number three, what was definitely, I do believe, is sincere. I think Charlamagne was like, I don't think he's trying to go to war fully behind it, and I think he does see some, at least what he's telling me, he values our relationship. So that's more of what he kind of cares about. But it was a lot of gaslighting. I ain't gonna lie to you. That nigga gaslit me like, I'm not even gonna lie. That nigga gaslit me about anything I was mentioning. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see this. It's a good conversation. I score it. I scored 9-3. I ain't gonna lie to you. If we're gonna be adversarial, this wasn't supposed to be adversarial though. But I scored 9-3. First 9 rounds is me. I ain't gonna, yo, my bad. The first
Hit the brakes. It wasn't supposed to be adversarial. He's been slinging mud at your team crazy. Your team has been slinging insane mud at him. Still slinging mud at him. And that wasn't adversarial? I don't know about that. You love you some Charlamagne, brother. Holy shit. I ain't gonna tell him like, yo, fucking turn on that nigga. Get him. That's his people from time. But like the last thing I seen looked crazy. It's not this, but we're gonna go over to that. Charlamagne the God, who's on record for watching child porn, says that he thinks Diddy should receive an award for Sean Combs. The Reckoning, after the docuseries earned the Emmy nomination. This is from 3 hours ago. This is not from yesterday. This is 3 hours ago. On his neck. Pause. Holy shit.
I scored 9-3. I ain't gonna lie to you. If we're gonna be adversarial, this wasn't supposed to be adversarial though. But I scored 9-3. First 9 rounds is me. I ain't gonna, yo, my bad. The first 9 rounds is me. First 9 rounds is me. But the last 3 rounds, I'm gonna give it to him. You know why? Because that's where Charlotte shines through. Like we do get to a point, it's 3 hours, where we start talking about career, how to become better, how to lead, how to have people look up to you, and how to move on. And also how to bring this hip-hop media shit together. I like that. I really like that. And that was probably, if you watch the whole interview, you'll notice that's the time I'm the quietest, because there is still a lot to learn from someone like Charlamagne. But with the 2 hours before, 2.5 hours before, that's why I said 9-3. It's like the Rock Nation gaslighting was beyond bananas. And I told him in that room, because Alex Media was cackling and giggling on the side. Love him, but
Alex was there.
He know where his bread is butter. Not necessarily Rock Nation, but it's Charlamagne or whatever. I said, let's look at the comments. We're gonna look at the comments. The only preview I'll give y'all, there's one point this nigga Charlamagne was like, yo, Ak, I think you're losing it. I think you're manic. I'm like, yo, this guy. Yo, that's like the new strategy. They call everybody crazy.
He needs meds.
Kanye crazy, Drake crazy, me crazy. Everybody's crazy. If you say it's wrong, everybody's crazy. But I kind of leave it for now.
Listen, I want to hear what Charlamagne has to say, but before we do that, let me just. You know what I need to do? I need to go on Instagram. Let me just double check on the gram before I go in there, because more times. Hold on. Let me just check my DMs. Okay. All right. Coast is clear. Let's do something here. Let's just go check on Alex Media real quick. Real quick. Alex Media. Alex Media. Is there more than one X in the Alex Media? There it is. There he is. The redhead algorithm. I know we can't have all of that exposed.
He saved our convoys' lives. We overshot our rally point. We were about 12 miles behind enemy lines. It was after sunset, but it's just dark enough that you can't really see that well.
How y'all think this went? This is from yesterday. Let's go check on the stories.
He saved our lives. He saved our convoy.
Right now, in the Bronx and Yankee Stadium.
That's where he is right now. Of course, that's where he is. Let's check on CThaGod. Let's check on CThaGod. He's been back for a while. All right, don't care about that. Watch this. Being a Rock Nation employee is tough at times like this. Interesting. And he had some music playing with this. All right. Watch B-Dot in here. You're my favorite co-worker. Oh my God. It's funny. Ha 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 ha. It's all fun and games. Until somebody loses a YouTube page. I'm going to play one more clip from Akademiks' comments on this, and then we're going to get to Brilliant Idiots.
For them to be updated. I'm like, all right. You know, Charlotte's probably going to come with. He said, well, there was nothing to tell until it got approved. But I said to him, I said, well, you're on the air kind of like promoting the shit. Why not just let people know? I didn't really get an answer for that one. Zit. You were iHeartMedia. But I'm in part. I said, well, I do know that you and Raekwon did something with some dispensaries. He said, how do you know? He said, I said it. I said, okay, I get what you're going with this, but why didn't you say the thing about the casino? Why? And he told me, he said, well, I didn't say it. He said, number one, it was public. I said, come on, you know damn well anybody finding that website, bro. You know damn well nobody ain't finding it. He said, well, there was nothing to tell until it got approved. But I said to him, I said, well, you're on the air kind of like promoting the shit. Why not just let people know? And I didn't want to do to him what I think he was initially trying. You know, he didn't do it in the interview, but like, I didn't want to have a legal conversation with him. So I avoided saying, well, you know, you could have been violating, blah, 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 blah. But he did mention during the interview, he said the people he needed to disclose it to, he did. And he said it was the government, and he did disclose it to his employer, which is iHeartMedia. But I then fired back, but what about the audience who you were telling that New York City needs it?
What about him?
I didn't really get an answer for that one.
Oh.
I didn't get an answer for that one. I didn't really get an answer for that one, chat.
What are you saying over here, Carol? We need to sit down with Friday Gutsy and Friday and OVO. OVO 40. I'll do the OVO 40 sit down. We never violated each other on our text message exchange and stuff like that. It wasn't that crazy. It was crazy, but it wasn't that crazy to end a friendship, in my opinion. But the Gutsy thing, I don't know. I'll think about it. Is it 24-hour stream? Stream until tomorrow at midday? Yeah, right.
So according to Charla, because the casino wasn't approved, he didn't feel the need to just say it while talking about it on the microphone. He didn't need to say, oh, hey, by the way, I have some interest in this. He said unless it got approved, he didn't see the need to, mention it. I guess.
I
don't know.
Thank you for the donation over here, Shaisty's Bud. Says happy birthday Friday. Salute to the 51 years. More blessings to come. Thank you. Okay, let's get to this Brilliant Idiot stuff, because shit. I need to hear what Charlamagne the God had to say about this whole thing here. Charlamagne. You're gonna make me buy bottles for Charlamagne. You gonna make me buy bottles for Charlamagne. Oh, can I live it? Is the name of the episode. Listen, gang, listen. I'm doing this y'all a favor. Well, not. I'm doing content. All right? I'm doing myself a favor. But at the same time, I usually sit and listen to this on my own, outside of content. Anytime I play clips from the Brilliant Idiots, I've already listened to the whole episode because I'm a fan of this show. So right now I'm breaking up my listening experience, my podcast consumption for the live stream. Please run up them likes. Come on, gang. Because I'm gonna have to go back, listen to it from the beginning, and then hear what we already heard over here on the live stream. Because like I said, I usually listen to this shit just for shits and giggles. I never expected it to become part of the content.
With Squarespace's collection of AI sign map art,
That's all it is.
Car shopping app in Canada on the Apple app and Google Play Store. With hundreds of thousands of vehicles from top-rated dealers, advanced search tools, and real-time alerts for price drops and new listings, you'll never miss a great deal.
Humidity 71.
Give it to me.
Precipitation 14%. Going out there in that cold blue water, man. Drink some rum.
Okay.
Don't coaches have mustaches? Isn't that the thing?
Depends. I mean, what kind of coach are you? Young coach? Older coach?
Great point.
How old are you in the movie?
I would say about my age. I have 3 kids. A picture of it there. He showed me.
Is he black?
Black guy, yeah.
Hold on now. Let me show you, see if this is it. That was
How was Anguilla, man?
Oh.
How was it, man?
I mean, listen, you know what's so funny? I usually feel bad when I have to leave, but I felt so fulfilled this time. But also because, like, that's really home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Skin looks great.
You know, out in the sun, but it's really home. And, you know, like, that's a place I'm gonna put roots one day.
Really?
Yes. I already told you. That's why I'm retiring. I'm retiring in Anguilla.
And you're going to live full-time there?
At some point.
Island life full-time, I think, is tough.
Nah.
I think it's tough once you
Not for me.
You think?
No, that's what I want. To wake up by the water every day.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was just a peace of mind. It reminds me of growing up in like Moncks Corner, South Carolina.
Yeah.
You know, things were, you know, slow and easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, I'd love to live on the island.
Really? You don't get stir crazy there? Your brain?
Hell no.
God bless you, bro.
What?
You could do 3 months.
Could I do 3 months? Yes. Absolutely.
God bless you.
Okay.
So she lives out there. She comes home.
Do the whole summer there, no problem.
Yeah, probably.
Nah, it's just the weather. It's crazy.
Anguilla. Look, what's that? Anguilla right now. Look.
84. Beautiful.
84.
Give it to me.
Humidity 71.
All right, let's get to the Jay-Z stuff.
Saturday, and then it's extra innings on Sunday. So I'm definitely going Friday though. I gotta see him do Reasonable Doubt. I want to see him. I want to see the blueprint on Saturday too. I just don't know if I'm gonna feel like going out 2 days in a row.
Question.
Yes.
Are you prepared for him to just do Reasonable Doubt? And if that's the case, do you think that you'll miss hearing some of his like more prolific hits?
No, I won't. I think that's specialty concerts are great. Like when somebody says, I'm only going to do this album. Like if you remember where you were when you first heard that album, the nostalgia of it is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's one of those classic albums from top to bottom. Like every song resonates. Every song means something in some way. And sometimes it's not even about the music, right?
I'm just realizing something as I'm going through this, man. You ain't gonna get to the shit, bro. You better get to the shit.
It's about the story.
Mm-hmm.
It's 30 years of his first album that laid the foundation for everything.
It's unbelievable.
So we know what it probably means to him. So being that it means so much to him, that just means the show is going to be.
Well, yeah, and obviously he's going to have attention to detail and all these things.
Yes.
I remember I saw Travis Scott, I think it was in Boston or something like that. And afterwards, I got...
We can't compare Travis Scott to...
Let me just say,
yes.
There's a point to what I'm saying. And I saw the show and I was like, yo, the show was great. And I went up to him and I was like, hey, man,
how dare you start friggin' glazing Travis Scott while I'm over here glazing my boss?
You know, a lot of times there's certain music, you know, that for whatever reason, when you watch it in concert, especially in like an arena this size, it just doesn't translate. The musical experience isn't there, especially if you're not having live instruments and some of these other things. They're like really like kind of exciting. I think one of the smart things Jay did earlier in his career was like the Rock Nation Orchestra. Do you remember that? Like
Yes.
having the live
It
instrumentation.
was the Roots.
Was that the Roots?
Yeah, it was the Roots.
So like the live instrumentation like changed something. Like it was, and I listened to that. So I asked him about it, and he's like, you know, what's interesting is like when I'm making the music, Travis said, I'm making it for this.
Yeah.
Like I think about,
arena sound. Yeah,
I think
yeah,
about
yeah.
the live show when I'm making the music, and that's why it fits this space so much. Whereas some artists, you could see it, they get into
huge
Glaze, all glaze.
Metallica now.
No, I completely.
This is our AC/DC now.
And it's cool. I'm not mad at the glaze. Like it's Jay-Z. He's a legend.
This is our Rolling Stone.
But you get what I'm saying.
Absolutely not against you.
I'm just trying to get to the shit.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like unbelievable. You know, so funny you brought that up. I saw Cardi B was talking this week. She performed. Where did Cardi perform this week? And she was saying
World Cup.
Was it the World Cup? It was somewhere. It was some big arena or stadium, and she was just like, "Yo, I felt like it was too big. Like they couldn't even hear me." So she was like, "I gotta focus on knowing how to play these type of venues." I just saw her say this recently. Was it Essence Fest? Oh yeah, she was at Essence Fest.
I know. You don't get to any of this shit. Who gives a fuck about any of this shit, bro? Holy shit, man. This nigga's over here just blah, blah, blah. And you did a whole podcast episode with Akademiks. Let's go to back to Spotify. Because you must be shitting me, bro. You must be shitting me. Not one mention of this nigga, bro. Holy. Raphael, is what if only chats that need to get removed or anything with curses? Black Paints, if you're removing anything that don't have no cursing, please don't do that. Let these niggas run wild. If they want to diss me, go on true. I don't give a fuck. Wow, these niggas is tripping. They gave us no tea.
Noticed that yesterday when I was performing, next time
Like I'm into the production. I can't wait to go see the production of it all. You know, that's what I can't wait for.
Yeah,
that's what I'm intrigued by.
I'd be curious if he doesn't play anything else.
I think you brought up a good point though, because I was actually at an outdoor. It was a dance hall party, but they did a quick hip hop set, and the DJ dropped. I think it was PSA. And
YouTube filter, man. Shit.
Dance hall crowd. People went fucking.
Yeah, but that
sound, that intro is so.
That's one of the greatest intros.
That's just great.
Yes, but I'm saying, is there a track like that on Reasonable Doubt that when you hear the opening bars, it's just like,
yes, can I live?
All right. Like I said, I'll be back on this whole thing with the stream tomorrow morning, okay, or tomorrow afternoon, I guess, 12 p.m. I'll be back when it comes to this whole Akademiks versus Charlamagne the God. I'll forward back and get to the stream at 12 p.m. sharp when this episode starts. I don't care if I don't got my coffee yet. I'm just getting right to it, all right? Even if I get up at 11:45, mouth mucky, we're going to have to deal with it. It's saga, all right? But we have other things to get to, all right? Salute to Charlamagne the God. Salute to Akademiks. We'll keep you posted, all right? We'll stay tuned. I want to get to something that is very important to our Toronto scene because there has been final update. Let's do that. An update in the case between Flow 98.7's Patricia J and Zoie from Relentless Diaries. All right, I'm gonna go to the Relentless Diaries page right away here because they did have something to say about the thing. I might have to give you guys a quick refresher of what happened. So let's go back just a little bit. Let's see. How far back do we have to go? And let's see if they even still have the post up. Because more time they might have deleted that shit. They might have deleted it for real. Okay. Oh, no, there's one post. All right, we'll get to that one in a second. And there was another post where the whole shit set off. Okay. It might not be over here on their main feed. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to play what they have to say now, and then we'll find the original post and we'll do a reverse engineering. Yo, chill, fam. Nobody's watching.
We spent maybe the last 2 weeks when a lot of this started to go public just really sitting with the situation. I'm not going to talk about any legalities of the matter. We'll just talk about what had happened, the facts, and then just
what happened was
essentially a social media page of a business called Zoie, some racially insensitive remarks. We called that out on the podcast the week after. We started receiving comments from burner pages that we're not sure are associated with that page, and also heard about around town that they were kind of demanding an apology for calling that out. Essentially, what I want to say is that there is no way that you're going to get an apology from us. We would need an apology from you people for making that comment, regardless of who made it from that business page. And then if it's worded the right way, we could put this all to bed. That's it. That's all.
Personally, I don't even need an apology at this point. I just want to be over it. I don't need to be tagged in anything. I don't need to be sent any clips. I don't need to be sent any TikToks. I has been very ready to put this to bed a long time ago. And yeah, regardless of who said it, they had claimed it was a Black employee. And that was also a comment that was made that was later removed. It doesn't matter to me who said it. The point was that it was said and it was offensive. And even in the Black community, I don't like that term. You know what I mean? I have a younger cousin who's 18. He's smart. He's wonderful. He's driven. He's educated. I would never want someone to look at him and refer to him as that.
So let's do some reverse engineering just for the people who are wondering, what are y'all talking about? So here's the original post. And the original post, they spoke about Patricia J actually getting the job at Flow 93, or sorry, I keep on calling it 93, 98.7. My bad. Okay, that was the old station, 93.5 back in the days. Okay, so I just had the post. I was just looking at it. Here's the one that is the point of contention. But the original thing that started this whole thing that I was literally just fucking looking at. Holy shit. Give me a second, gang. Let me find that post again. I was literally just looking at the post. It should be not too far from here. Right here. Okay. So this is the original post that started the whole shit. And this is when Patricia Jaganoff first got over to Flow 98.7 and the announcement was made. There was some shifting and some moving around of some things. For example, Marlon and Ace show that was going on as the morning show, that was canceled. Marlon was moved over to Saturday with the Extra Gravy podcast, which to me is a good look. However, they replaced the morning crew with Patricia Jaganoff as well as Specs the Boss. And once that change happened, this is what Zoie had to say.
Patricia J, she goes by.
Yeah. Patricia J.
At first, I didn't know who she was. I'm like, yo, who is this? Like, I've never seen. Then when I started to look, I'm like, bro, I remember her from CB24. We want a radio station to maintain the essence of like Black culture. I don't know. And like I said, I'm sure she's very qualified from like a media standpoint, but like from a cultural standpoint, I don't know how much she can really connect with Black Toronto. Like, I don't know if she's ever heard the market in her life.
So you think she's out of touch?
Slightly. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, but I do, compared to Marlon and Ace,
Right.
I do think that she's slightly out of touch with like new artists. Like, I don't even know if she could maybe name 5 Toronto artists that are up and coming.
You think she got 3 Pressa songs?
Hell no. She doesn't know 3 Pressa songs. No way.
But do you think that's why they brought on the other person to
Okay, yeah. So
Sexy
then
boss.
to balance
the
that out?
co-host, the new co-host of hers is also Specs. Right? Specs the Boss, who is an OG, cemented
Culturalist institution.
yeah, DJ in Toronto. Again, though, and I don't want people to get upset, I do think Specs again is a little bit older. So I don't know how much he flexes to again, it's like the younger
but
up and coming
Do you
talent.
think Flo gives a fuck about the younger gen?
Should
don't think they do.
But
They
should
definitely
they
don't.
Should they not? And
They
this is what I
should.
said again. And
Who's
I'll-
listening to radio though?
And,
Who's
and I'll
tuning
be
in?
honest, when I was talking to
demographic is
Marlon,
older, right?
and I was talking to Ace, and I said, because I was very like, yo, I hate that this happened. You know what I mean? But I said, yo, to be honest, if I put my marketing brain on, respectfully, as I mentioned, radio is a dying medium. And I think although you guys were loved by the older generation, I think that from a marketing standpoint, also, these guys, I don't want to say this and to sound any type of way. The older media and like the older DJs, it's hard for them to flex to a younger market. Respectfully. You know what I mean? Like Specs can't really come and DJ a steady. I think it takes a very specific person who's open to be able to transcend generations of people. Her name is Patricia J.
Okay, so that take right there kind of set the whole podcast game, set the radio game on fire, because right after that take, she got this. Grow Up YNs, and this is from Limitless VIP Concierge, which is an account that is a company that's owned by Patricia Jagganoff and her husband. Grow Up YNs, laugh out loud. You don't know who Patricia is, laugh out loud. Then who are you? And they got chased.
Do not come onto my platform's page. Do not come and speak on 4 educated Black people who sit here and ever call us YNs. The people in the comments who were talking about her partner, I defended that. And I said, who she chooses has nothing to do with what I am saying. I don't care who she's married to or who she's engaged to, whatever that is, right? As I said, I knew from before that she also had a lawsuit against Bell Media about 4 years ago, where she had sued for racial discrimination.
She got a settlement.
And she got a settlement. Someone had messaged me and they said, yo, I saw you defending her man in the comments, but did you know what he called you in the comments?
Ooh.
And I said, what are you talking about? So I'm scrolling the comments and he called us YNs.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
What's his background?
The cameraman off camera, I forget homie's name, but he's like, are you fucking kidding me? Because that was like an off mic reaction, right? That's yikes.
He's white.
Woo! Yo! No.
My gripe now is do not come onto my platform's page. Do not come and speak on 4 educated Black people who sit here and ever call us YNs. But so then type young nigga then. Because that's what you're calling me. You're saying grow up, young nigga. Right?
Yeah, what you mean by that, Mr. Jagganoff?
Again, people can be upset
I got you.
at my opinion. It's crazy that people were calling me a hater, but people were so emotionally charged at my opinion. When again, I said nothing disrespectful to that girl, and I will stand to that woman, sorry, and I will stand on it. Do not.
So that happened. And the thing is, when you pull up the newest post right now, with them talking, with Zoie talking about it, or the whole team, even on the thumbnail, you got Extra Gravy, you got Mayu over here, right? You got GTV.
We spent the
that GT. I think that might be a GTV thumbnail, or it might be somebody else. I'm not sure. All right, you got one of my thumbnails over here. Yo, why did blanking her face in the post?
That's like 2.
They got another one of my thumbnails over here because I went in for seconds and thirds, but yeah, one of those videos are not here, and yeah,
weeks when,
and obviously Extra Gravy. You know what? I never actually heard what Extra Gravy had to say about this. And I'm going to play the full clip from the Relentless Diaries podcast so that we can get the full statement of what they have to say about this. I got myself in the middle, as I usually do. And I ended up apologizing because I kind of went too far. I pulled up Patricia's husband on the screen. I was going a little bit crazy, as I do. You know what I'm saying? I'd be having fun. But yeah, this got kind of out of control because Patricia actually, and I should show you guys this first, just to keep everybody, for anybody who hasn't been up to date with this whole thing. She got on her Instagram and then she decided to announce, and this is probably going to be further down because this happened a while back now, that she will be filing legal action. I won't say exactly a lawsuit, but legal action. Is that post gone? Because if that post is gone, that's crazy. Yeah, she might have taken it down. Oh, here it is. Nope, still there. Some people confuse access with entitlement, opinion with facts, and silence with weakness. Fortunately, facts have a way of speaking for themselves. Wishing everyone the energy they put out. Okay, and then she put over here in the pinned comment, my husband did not make the comments he has been accused of, and on the record has already clarified with the individual who made the defamatory accusation against him. She has been given an opportunity to retract and apologize for her reckless accusation. I won't be commenting more, as this is now a legal process. All right, a legal process. So that's where we were. You know, we covered all of this at up to this point. We were at a stalemate. We were wondering, okay, are they going to take these posts down as far as the things that were said already that we covered? And as you guys can see, I've been able to pull them back up. They're still here. We ain't taking shit down. And as I played in the beginning of this segment, big salute to man like Mucho TV. He says, we ain't apologizing for shit. So let me hear what they have to say as far as the full commentary on this debacle.
Let's talk about it.
Chill, Mucho.
That's fun.
So excited.
I know we spent maybe the last like 2 weeks when a lot of this started to go public, just really sitting with the situation, wanted to understand what was going on, what was being said publicly, which is why we're talking about it now. And when it comes to like the whole legal aspect and the clips that I'm seeing, I'm not going to talk about any legalities of the matter. We'll just talk about what had happened, the facts, and then just putting this to bed.
Yeah, so there's irrefutable facts of what happened. Essentially, the social media page of a business that...
Hold on. He said there's irrefutable facts of what happened. Those are big words, but very definitive words. He said it's irrefutable. You cannot argue with these facts of what happened. Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, so there's irrefutable facts of what happened. Essentially, the social media page of a business that's ran by an individual that I will not name, called Zoie, some racially insensitive remarks. We called that out on the podcast the week after. And we started receiving comments from burner pages that we're not sure are associated with that page. And also just heard about around town that they were kind of demanding an apology for calling that out. Essentially, what I want to say is that there is no way that you're going to get an apology from us. We would need an apology from you people for making that comment, regardless of who made it from that business page. And then if it's worded the right way, we could put this all to bed. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. Personally, I don't even need an apology at this point. I just want to be over it. I don't need to be tagged in anything. I don't need to be sent any clips. I don't need to be sent any TikToks. I has been very ready to put this to bed a long time ago. And yeah, regardless of who said it, they had claimed it was a Black employee. And that was also a comment that was made that was later removed. It doesn't matter to me who said it. The point was that it was said and it was offensive. And even in the Black community, I don't like that term. You know what I mean? I have a younger cousin who's 18. He's smart. He's wonderful. He's driven. He's educated. I would never want someone to look at him and refer to him as that.
See, this is what was this wasn't in the clip that we just played, right? Obviously, it's a clip. They clip it up, okay, but it's not like clipped up in succession where it's just one piece from the pod. It's clipped, right? So she said something here which kind of stood out to me.
Claimed it was a Black employee, and that was also a comment that was made that was later removed. It doesn't matter to me who said it.
They're saying that this comment, and let's go back to Relentless, the diaries of Relentless. She's saying that this comment was from a Black employee. And when I was doing my apology, I was I said that, right? That because there's no proof of, and it's not exactly from her husband's page. Like if it was from directly from his page, then they can have like irrefutable evidence. Yo, it's homie, it's him, it's this white presenting man or Albanian man who called us YNs, who called us young niggas. Right? But yeah, they didn't actually have the proof. And then what they're saying from this comment here, that they were made aware that it was a Black guy, right? I'm just getting all of the things that are facts and stuff out there, right? Carol saying plausible deniability. Jules wants to know, why can't they just apologize to Relentless Diaries? Listen, this is just all interesting stuff that the chat has to say about this, because like these are the opinions of the people. These are the opinions of the people.
The point was that it was said and it was offensive. And even in the Black community, we removed was a. I has been very ready to put this to bed a long time ago. And yeah, regardless of who said it, they had claimed it was a Black employee. And that was also a comment that was made that was later removed. It doesn't matter to me who said it. The point was that it was said and it was offensive. And even in the Black community, I don't like that term. You know what I mean? I have a younger cousin who's 18. He's smart. He's wonderful. He's driven. He's educated. I would never want someone to look at him and refer to him as that. And I don't want to be referred to as that. And for people who are asking, you know, how did it get to this point? And, why was the conversation had? I'll be very honest. There was an account that had reached out to me. But the account had claimed to be one of the individuals involved, but the account was not recognizable, for lack of better words. There was no face attached, there was no name attached. They had claimed to be an individual reaching out, but just based on the sensitivity of the matter and based on, again, we're playing a we don't know who wrote it game. I didn't feel comfortable responding because, again, I don't identify this person. So I didn't do this out of malicious intent. It could have had a conversation, but I just didn't feel that was the purpose. Sorry. I didn't feel that was the right approach for me to handle in that matter. And I also knew that this was probably going to go in a left direction. I just didn't want a back and forth with any account that I didn't have a direct recognition with. So,
whoosh. Let's let this breathe for a second. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? She said that she got somebody hit her up behind the scenes. Said, I'm the nigga. I ain't shit. I'm sorry. I joke. I kid. He said, I'm the guy who said YN. All right. I'm clearly a YN or ON, old nigga, right? Or older nigga. So it's fine. Y'all good with that? One in the chat. Let's do a one. Let's do a one in the chat. And listen, I know this is legal matters and stuff like that, but it's just mixed up as fuck. I showed you guys the progression of how we got here. To be honest, if you guys want my honest opinion, as I don't ever give you guys my dishonest opinion. I guess you guys have figured this out at this point. This is why we get in trouble all the time, right? Or I get in trouble. From what I've showed you guys of where it started to where we're at, this is a fucking nothing burger. I'm sorry. She said that she wasn't fond of Patricia being the new morning host. It went from there to you all a bunch of YNs, which is flagrant, right? And then it went to you all might sue y'all niggas. Not those words exactly, obviously, but yo, you know, your podcast might get a lawsuit. I'm like, what? Hold on, make my screen bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't compute like the things, the glitches are. I'm starting to glitch because I'm like, huh? What was said here? As somebody who's very much in beefs on multiple occasions, I'm like, all right, how did this beef start? I said some shit to you on Twitter, and I'm just spitballing, right? I told somebody to suck their mother. You know, I don't know. I got under some gangster skin, and they're like, yo, take that shit down or I'm gonna shoot you in the face. So then when I'm thinking like, oh, there's some beef over here, let's go look. Let's go see what's happening over here. You know, like in the playground or in the school ground, right? You're like, oh shit, a fight between a nigga and a white. I'm gonna stop joking around. But like a fight's happening, right? You're like, oh shit, let me go see what's going on over there. What they fighting over? Oh, one person didn't like the other person being on a new show. And then the other person's called them YNs and shit. I'm like, I'll watch the fight because, you know, we love to see a car crash, right? But when I find out the reason and I'm walking away, I'm just like, that's what these niggas is fighting about? For real? Like legal action, all types of shit about to happen? For real? Well, it was a good fight still, but like, damn. They need to find better things to fight about. All right? All right? I gave info to Whack 100. Niggas is calling me, niggas is saying that, yo, those are the same types of what did he call that? Offenses as treason. Friday, you have committed the offense and the act of treason. Yes. I apologize. I made videos, but now I'm not taking back my apology. I stand on my apology. But my apology is centered around a beef that was just based off opinions. And I'm like, how we get from opinions to somebody need to get sued? In my opinion, y'all need to figure it out behind the scenes, respectfully. And listen, I might get some backlash from both parties. Figure it out behind the scenes. Because as somebody who deals with real beef, and I'm not even, let's even talk about outside the podcast, like real beef where you end up in jail because like you end up having a fucking 44 in your house. Like, it's not that serious. They don't even need to sit down. They just need to be like, you know what? Either I'm sorry or I'm not, and let's just go our separate ways. And what's Drake up to? Or how about them Blue Jays? You feel me? It's like, as far as like in all seriousness in the world and stuff like that too, not even just on my own personal issues that I've dealt with, just like the all seriousness of things that are happening in the world or just things that are fun that's happening in the world. Like, we don't really need to stay on this that long. I'll do a segment on it, sure, run up the AdSense. But like, does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? Nah, not really. Right? He called them YNs because they didn't know who Patricia J was. If you're in Toronto media space, you should know who they came from. Yes, but it also doesn't warrant them being called YNs, young niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like based down their intelligence because they might not know. Like, not all of them didn't know. Right? And she knew who she was. It's just that she didn't feel that she was fit for the job. So in my mind, it's just not a misunderstanding. It's a fucking nothing burger. They all understand each other. They just don't want to back down. Nobody wants to back down on both sides. That's all it is. It's a lot of pride. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want both parties, okay? Listen to Old Head, Old Foot, Old Back Friday. Both parties. If you guys want to keep that pride, hold on to that pride. You know what I'm talking about? When the homie was choking out Tyrese, he's like, yo, what's that? That pride. That pride. Right? If y'all want to keep that pride up so much to the point, both parties, where money has to be spent on legal action, then go ahead. I'm here for the content. You know what I'm saying? But if both parties want to save money because of this complete nothing burger, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, nothing burger, then maybe have a conversation behind the scenes, get along or not. You don't have to like each other. And then just keep it moving. That's it. There's a lot of people who I talk to behind the scenes and it's still fuck you. But I just continue not to talk about them anymore. That's it. You feel me? Yeah, I think I'm done with this over here. Is that it that she had to say? Let me just finish the segment here. Let me see what else she had to say.
Regardless, yeah, it wasn't done malicious intent. It got to a escalated place. I am ready to move on. I think we're all ready to move on. There's not much to be said. I hope people understand our character. This is not something we wanted to get to this point. And this was not planned. It was not calculated. It was not done in any malicious intent. And that's it. I'm 30 now. That was last lifetime.
That's gonna be your new slogan.
I'm 30 now. That was last year. That was some 20-year-old shit. Like, I'm 30.
Cancer gang.
That was the old you?
Yeah. So yeah. Everyone who is asking this, we're good on it.
Yeah. So
and that's it.
Cool. Amen.
Word. What episode is this?
I think that was a good response for them. I'm not sure that Patricia, I'm sure she heard it and her team has heard this. So I don't know how happy they are or unhappy they are with this response. It took a couple weeks for them to actually get to it. So, like I said, big nothing burger. We'll see what happens. If there's something I have to come back and cover, I'll actually be surprised. All right. Yo, Mod, you're a waste, man. Let my comment fly. Fam, big salute to Black Paints who's running the mod over here, running the chat. He ain't delete none of your chat, fam. If you said something with like curse words or something that's super reckless, YouTube usually will put that in a filter in the back and then see if it can get accepted. You feel me? Like if you're like, shit, fuck those stupid idiots. It's like, yeah, that's probably why it's not getting in there. And if you're not cursing and it's something like words that YouTube probably, I might not even put it, because I have a list. I have a list of words. But if YouTube looks at the word and says, yeah, we're not sure, they'll just put it on the side. Right? So it's no diss, Bridget. Let's do a quick music reaction. WhyG dropped some new music. All right, big salute to WhyG, aka WhyG35. I haven't gotten to react to some WhyG music in a while. So let's see what we got over here. Courtesy of YG's own Instagram page. Or not Instagram page, I mean YouTube page. He dropped this today, 7 hours ago. All right. So track is called Free Burner 3, Free Bunna 3, and it's featuring Bunna and J Neat.
August, pull me up.
beat alright.
My bomb really on psych, I play for the trenches. I know a nigga who tweak on the mic, but I'm really on psych, I play for the trenches. I know a nigga who bleaching the tea after breaking the shot, cause you know I'm the dead it. It's not a blitz, why you can't like he sent it. As a real nigga, I cannot commend it. Niggas keep talking about bodies like there was a body. You rap better give my credit. But you run the tongue, look how you drenched him. Got up so close, look how we benched him. And 40 caliber my favorite, so I like to bottle with G27.
This is YG rapping? Interesting. He slowed it down considerably. Wow. I'm not mad at this. Pull up. I'm not so happy with the AI cartoon video. But you can go on still.
I know a nigga, my bomb really on psych, I play for the trenches. I know a nigga who tweak on the mic, but I'm really on psych, I play for the trenches.
The beat
I know
is
a
hard.
nigga who the tea after breaking the shot, cause you know I'm the dead it. It's not a blitz, why you can't like he sent it. As a real nigga, I cannot commend it. Niggas keep talking about bodies like there was a body. You rap better give my credit. But you run the tongue, look how you drenched him. Got up so close, look how we benched him. And 40 caliber my favorite, so I like to bottle with G27. Niggas keep balling my name, next one that I catch with a problem could go like the last one. You don't have to ask me, you could ask them. In the nighttime, I like Batman. I could.
Yo. Hold on. Let me put a like on that. Bang. All right. Because, listen, this is Objective Rick over here. Because I was on here on record saying, not so happy with the last hit them with the laser. I hit them with the laser. I was like, not so much, brother. Not so much. But this, yeah, this can go on.
Going on, I don't need backup. I'm not a rap nigga, I do wrap ups. I put shit in the sky like a mass up. You for the drill, make sure that you mask up. You and my bitch know I love you and pass her. My bitch listen to me like a master. My bitch know I love you and pass her. My bitch listen to me like a master. Let bitch do anything that I ask her. She dropped the workout for me in Alaska. I had a monster that boy to the pasta. Switch on the back and then make him move faster. I tap it 2 times, he move like a dancer. I clip his head, shave his head, look like cancer. She wanna fuck, I no bucks at the dasher. Do I got bodies? I already know the answer. And she need a perk of some lean and start floating. And she wanna fuck, ride a deep throat and head up on the edge of the bed and start stroking. Wet water splash.
The first part is Bona. These guys, what's going on, fam? I gotta fix my ears or something, fam. Like, why do their voices sound mad the same, bro? This is really what we saying. Good. Too much pills. No, fam, it's not supposed to be like some overly thinking type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fun tune. All right? Niggas could drive on the way to the club with this shit. Listen to it at the jam. We're not looking for depth in this, right? I'm just taking it for what it is.
My bitch listen to me like a master. My bitch know I love you, passer. My bitch listen to me like a master. Let bitch do anything that I ask her.
Okay, so the first verse was Bona. Okay, we'll go back and listen to it again in a second.
The workout for me in Alaska. I had a monster that boy to the pasta. Switch on the back and then make him move faster. I tap it 2 times, he move like a dancer. I clip his head, shave his head, look like cancer. She wanna fuck, I no bucks at the dasher. Do I got bodies? I already know the answer. And she need a perk of some lean and start floating. And she wanna fuck, ride a deep throat and head up on the edge of the bed and start stroking. Wet water splash, ocean, baby girl swallow them.
Even like I was saying earlier, with the big mistake that I made thinking that YG was Bona. Even YG's flow over here, he's not like doing the extra wordy flow. You know what I'm saying? He's just taking it easy on the beat. This is what I like to hear, fam.
Not like it's potion. She screaming too loud like she making commotion. I might videotape it and make a commercial. Can't handle a dick, have to tell her be careful.
I'm with a vibes at. I'm in the code with the 40s and 9s at. He try slide over here, can't slide back. I'm going deep in a bitch.
They neat right here.
She want to party, she want the liquor. I'm outside with the baddest of women. I'm with them killers, he cannot get in. I put the switch on the backside glitching. Jump out the car and I'm handling it.
What the fuck is that? That's how the killers them are dealing with the gal. What is happening here? They went a little bit too crazy with the AI here, bro. Hey, all the them have the chrome heart shit and the mask and walking up on the thing, but barely walking up on the thing. Like, what the fuck am I watching here, fam? That's where you have to just add a little bit more description to the prompt. Or maybe just not even do this part right here. Like, completely cut this scene out of the video. You know, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Backside glitching, jump out the car and I'm handling business. G27, it came with extensions. I'm on your block and I came with a henchman. Switch on the back, I gon' send them to heaven. Diamonds, they punching and hitting like Devin. Trap stay open, 7-Eleven. Tweak with the gang, now you needing a reverend. Tweak with the gang, then we send them a blessing.
Who made this beat? 40? These guys got on their Drake vibe with the beat right here. No wonder you don't like this shit, Looney. It sounds kind of Drake-ish. Let me hear Bunna's verse again.
August, pull me up.
We love hip hop.
Right?
My bar
Right?
on psych, I play for the trenches. I know a nigga who tweak on the mic, but I'm really outside. I play for the trenches. I know a nigga who bleaching the tea after breaking the shot. Clay doing on the dead it. It's not a blitz, why he can't like he sent it. As a real nigga, I cannot commend it. Niggas keep talking about bodies like they was involved. You a rap better give me my credit.
Yo, hold on. Let's look at Bunna, right? Junkies with microphones is crazy. I didn't say it's the chat. That's fucked up. Oh man!
I run the towns, look how you drenched him.
I love
Got
live
him so close,
streaming.
look how we benched him. And 40 caliber my favorite, so I like to ball with G27. Niggas keep balling my name, next one that I catch with a problem could go like the last one. You don't have to ask me, you could ask them. In the nighttime, I like Batman. I could go alone, I don't need backup. I'm not a rap nigga, I do rap.
Man, this shit fucking pissed me off. Because this kid's good. His life's fucked up right now. Because, like, shit. He's sitting behind bars on an M. And he's very young. But, like, he had some talent. And he's like, bring Jason Pax on. I had Jason Pax on the show. He's in Edmonton.
I put shit in the sky like I'm NASA. Before the drill, make sure that you mask up. You and my bitch know I love you and pass her. My bitch listen to me like I'm massa. My bitch know I love you and pass her. My bitch listen to me like I'm massa.
Let bitch do anything that I ask her. She dropped the workout for me in Alaska. I had a monster that boy to the pasta. Switch on the back and then make it move faster.
You say every single in Toronto sounds the same? Yeah, a lot of them sound the same. This one sounds a little different. The rapping is the same. But at least they using those same, what do you call those? Guitar, piano beats. Like, a lot of guys just use the same beat pack. You know what I'm saying? Baby 2, I don't know about Amazing. He's cool. Amazing will be pushing it. All right? Respectfully.
I tap it 2 times, he move like a dancer. I clip his head, shave his head, look like cancer. She wanna fuck, I no box at the dasher. Do I got bodies? I already know the answer. And she need a perk or some lean and start floating. And she wanna fuck.
I like that floating
right
right
there. Up on the edge of the bed and start stroking. Wet. Water splash, ocean. Baby girl swallow that not like it's potion. She screaming too loud like she making commotion. I might videotape it and make a commercial. Can't handle a dick, have to tell her be careful.
I'm with a vibes at. I'm in the cut with the 40s and 9s at. He try slide over here, can't slide back. I'm going deep in a bitch with a spine at. She wanna party, she want the liquor. I'm outside with the baddest of women. I'm with them killers, he cannot get in. I put a switch on the backside glitching. Jump out the car and I'm
That scene still kills me.
handling them business. G27, it came with extensions. I'm on your block and I came with a henchman. Switch on the back, I gon' send them to heaven. Diamonds, they punching and hitting like Devin. Trap stay open, 7-Eleven. Cheek with a
That's not a bar. Diamonds, they punching and hitting like Devin. Come on, fam.
gang, now you needing a reverend. Tweak with the gang, then we send them a blessing.
It just ran the credits across the screen like, fuck them niggas. Well, what do y'all think, gang? Let me see what y'all saying in the poll over here. I asked, y'all feeling the new YG? Whoosh, tough crowd, man. 50%, 57% of y'all say no. 43% of y'all say yes. Well, god damn. I ain't gonna call y'all haters. It's your opinion. I thought it was cool. I already threw a like on it. Yo, they need to get their views back up, bro. This is what I don't understand. Sav, 4, Lil Barrett, Jason Pax, my top 5. Forward, my youth. Who else is over here? Pattern play, not the same. Who the fuck's this? Let's get a little music segment going on here.
Run a bag of blue, that Harry Rose, and we are not the same. Since a youth, I knew I was chosen while I pushed through all this pain. Had OT in a pack just fluent. I'm a young nigga rich off cocaine. Jump in the water, don't dip your toes in the streets, don't go insane. Damn. Fuck a perky, fuck a addy. No, I do not need no pill. Ever since I was 14, I've been itching for that kill. Far deep up in the G-whip on my shooters down the spill. Been a shot that never dies.
See, this is more what you're talking about. And salute to him, right? The track's cool. But what you were talking about, I think it was Montreal Mark. Why does all the Toronto stuff sound the same? It's that piano that bing 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 bing. Like a lot of people use that, bro. I feel like there's like a beat pack that's floating around on YouTube. Right? You hear what I'm talking about? Listen.
Run a bag of blue, that Harry Rose, and we are not the same. Since a youth, I knew I was chosen while I pushed through all this pain. Had OT in a pack just fluent. I'm a young nigga rich off cocaine. Jump in the water, don't dip your toes in the streets, don't go insane. Damn. Fuck a perky, fuck a addy. No, I do not need no pill. Ever since I was 14, I've been itching for that kill. Far deep up in the G-whip on my shooters down the spill. Been a shot that never dies, so it's fucking Achilles heel. I got PGs every province, all my people getting rich. I just pick a random city, then I flood it with some bricks. I got youngins like 15, and they all with the shits. I send them on a drill, and they get benched if they a bitch.
He's not bad. He's not bad. It's just not sticking out. Pause. It's not standing out to me. Okay? It's just not like you know what? We need to do a quick search. Let's go see what's going on in the Toronto world. And we're gonna go on both sides of the Toronto world. Not only the Gaza gangster niggas. We'll check on some other people too. BFC Butter is fighting for his life, but at least WhyG is keeping his name alive. All right. He did 1, 2, and I guess this is number 3 now that's out.
230 investigators arrested, 32 individuals, 84 criminal charges, 16 illegal firearms, cocaine, fentanyl. This was the largest tactical operation in Durham Region Police history.
For the fucking members, my nigga. For the whole 230, my nigga. Back up in this bitch. Niggas know that I don't do the long talks. I just freed up, I'm back up in this bitch. You know that I'm a hot little bitch trying to get freaky once you see the fucking bus. Run the foreigns and you know I'm back outside them with the.
Sorry, the volume is on.
For the fucking members, my nigga. For the whole 230, my nigga. Back up in this bitch. Niggas know that I don't do the long talks. I just freed up, I'm back up in this bitch. You know that I'm a hot little bitch trying to get freaky once you see the fucking bus. Run the foreigns and you know I'm back outside them with the bloodies. I don't walk down on the street. I'm with my crochet switchy and he itching up your beat. Niggas know we giving belt the ass up in the east. I ain't trying to tweak. I hop up in that car, I'm trying to make these niggas please.
Give me some names, fam. Y'all said, somebody said Runx Gun. Let's go look for Runx Gun. You know what? Let's go do a quick gram search. Runx Gun, Runx Gun, Runx Gun, Runx Gun. I'm searching and searching. I want to hear some good shit, fam. I want to hear new music, fam.
Don't go putting your life up, it won't last. If you putting your life up, then don't crash.
Haters pulling a knife out for mustache. You never know when your life's up, so don't crash.
See, the thing about bad times is they don't last. But the thing about good times is they go bad. And the road to success is sometimes a slow drag. Blowing money fast for a slow bag till a lick hit and switch up the program.
See, the thing about bad weather and doormats and shit gets mucky. Hoping don't crush a nigga flow plans. I'm going Conan, but so
I want to hear more. More.
Hey, you already fucking know J.O. Maris.
I know these niggas,
heavy
bro.
fucking G in the fucking building.
Let me hear some more.
Yes, sir. You already know it's J.O. Maris.
Salute to J.O. Maris. I was supposed to have J.O. on the show a while back. More tunage. You want to hear some more tunes?
Team too timid, no. In-betweens are playing at both sides. I'm cutting your bow tie, that's how you could both die. Whole time you was Scarface, I thought you were so side. You niggas is Cho-Cha, I'm trying to be multi. SMH or SMD, you niggas pissing me off, yeah, I meant world cheese. I got a headstone for sale if you memoir green. Either love us or you hate us, but the death will see. They better suckle. You know I kill niggas if somebody got a problem with you. Me, first of all, mess break up. Now every day I wake up, somebody got a problem with me.
Oh, yeah. That shit's fire. Fire. There was something else I was gonna check on. Let's do a quick little bit more checking here in the Gaza. Let's see. We just saw that. Just bare fuckery on this Reddit over here. What is?
Go Tiger.
I'm in Van Cali, smoking at Van Cali. Canadian palm trees in my alley. And I ain't asked to live here. I was federal con airs how I got here. And we don't need a lot of A4 DGP Max and it's certified. You gon' pay a tax and get criticized. Leaking out your back and your neck and your head inside. Oh, you gangs okay, we'll see when that pressure rides. You gon' press that button or you gon' ride or die. Fuck, you looking kinda iffy and I wonder why. That's why you keep a blick on you all the time. And these niggas ain't built for that. To me, you either real or you a fucking rat. And this glizzy ain't playing no games when it comes to that. We decorating blocks when it comes to that. From the pool.
I ain't mad at this, fam. Maybe it's just my taste in music too. I like me some ignorant gangster shit too, right? Don't get that twisted. I like me some intelligent, lyrical, schmirical, good rap. I like me some melodic, auto-tune rap. And I like me some ignorant shit. When niggas is talking about getting to that shit. You know what I mean? Maybe sliding on the ops.
Shorty slide down the pole like it's a drill. You see niggas hopped out mass and you get the chills. You better keep 2 pumps, you popping up with goosebumps.
We pull up in 2 trucks.
All right,
you serve like food trucks. They wanted me incarcerated, give a deal, should I take it? But now I gotta make it. Now I'm steady making payments. But luckily, now I'm free. We going overseas. A couple honey dips buzzing, they my bumblebees. I'm trying to ball. But first I had some lawyer fees. Freedom or a rollie, either one will cost me 30 G's.
Let me go over and R.I.P. the Bully, man. They took that guy away from us too soon. Let me go to Toronto Rap Stars. Yeah, that self-snitching rap be good sometimes, fam. Not all of it. A lot of it is trash. Don't get that twisted. A lot of it is garbage. But a lot, they have some good shit in there. Discover Room, the Drake Hotel. This is coming up on July 29th. Alicia, how you pronounce this guy's name? Good, Bad, Ugly. Jay Glavina or Glavani. Ibrahim, Charlamagne, and Snacks. Let me hear some tunes. I know usually Toronto Rap Stars has some it's more of some R&B.
You know, it's gonna be times where you're doing a lot of shit for free. I did this shit for free.
Yo, this I did Blood Clot 1. Man, it's a hit, but it's missing something. It's missing someone.
Yo,
What you say?
but there, why free?
Make one Blood Clot hit just now.
Yeah.
Don't say a word. Just forward out of the studio right now.
Right now?
Right now.
All right, let's say a word.
Right.
Me say why you wanna do me that? Bad girl from time, oh my. When I know your shots, you want wine. She don't really want much, just your time.
Super Solo YS.
Plenty man a charge, but she knows him man a lie. Baby, no you say, go down, no one feels like me, type of me lie.
So love from me to me on the party. You don't to say a plenty man who want me. Show me pretty and me have a dolly body. Love drive him but you need Benz Punani.
This shit sounds hard. There's some shit still going down here. There's still people who are making good music out here. The Players Ball is also going down. 2026. King of the Mic, Hitmaker Award, Global Sound. Why can't I see this here? Move that. Motion Award, Queen of the Game, Melody Awards, Visionary Award, and Influence Award. Best Media Platform. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I might have to have somebody go over there and collect that on our behalf. What? Your ears are conditioned to that garbage Friday. You accept it. Oh. My conditioning is conditioned. I'm playing. No. I like what I like, but I will say this. You're not wrong when it comes to some kind of conditioning. Like, I've accepted things for what they are in comparison to what they used to be. Right? We used to get way more lyrically driven music before, things that sometimes had a message. Don't get it twisted. There was a lot of music that was really good music that we grew up on or listened to in the early 2000s that had no message, right? It was just good shit. Like, all of us, like, one in the chat if y'all like MOP, right? Salute to the Mash Out Posse. Mash Out Posse! Right? One in the chat if you fuck with Mash Out Posse. Two in the chat if I hate those guys. Right? Warriors! Right? Annie up! Smack that fool! Annie up! Kidnap that fool! Booka, 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 booka! Yeah, that's such deep shit, man. Them niggas is talking some real serious message and, you know, really putting some real food for thought in the culture. You know, bucka, 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 bucka. Mind you, I love MOP. I love MOP. And they had some jewels in there. It wasn't just brain rot. But if you listen to a full MOP album, the majority of the album is them niggas just talking about being gangsta-ass niggas and how many niggas they rob, kill, fuck up when they come around their block. And then if it's not, they're not saying what they're doing in real time. They're just like, yo, we used to be stupid knuckleheads. Right? Rob your chain. Don't come to Brownsville. They're hella talented. Super talented. I'm just saying the things that they were saying isn't real bars. Their delivery and everything amazing. But what they were saying wasn't that deep. And we loved it. We didn't need it to be like, yo, where's the message? Annie up, jack that fool. Annie up, kidnap that fool. Get him, 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 get him. It's not that deep. But it was good shit. It was amazing shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys sound good. Like, remember, music is objective, right? So, or subjective or whatever. So somebody might be like, yo, this sounds good. And another person might be like, yo, this shit sounds like trash. However, the content of what's being said in a lot of the shit hasn't changed from back in the days. I will admit, we said it way better, in my opinion. But that's also my opinion. Some 19-year-old be like, y'all said it better than freaking, I don't know, CThaGod. Lies. You a unk. And I'm gonna yell them down and be like, shut up, you don't know music. No, that's where they're living and that's their reality right now. But the reality that I was living back in the days, not everything that I was listening to was actually the majority of the shit that I was listening to was people who were very lyrically proficient talking about a bunch of gangster shit. Ignorant gangster shit. Cameron? What? Cameron's one of my favorite rappers. He has some songs here and there, or he might drop a jewel here and there. Say, yeah, don't fuck up your money doing this. Or if you go out of town, watch for these type of niggas. All right, cool. But the majority of what niggas was talking about, I'm not saying how they were talking about it, but what they were talking about was just negative gangster street hood bullshit. And then when they the hit songs, you gonna suck it or not. Whoa, that's so deep. Why ain't y'all mad at them? You're only mad at the young people who say the same undeep bullshit. It don't make no sense. It would be one thing if everybody was on some fucking Public Enemy shit all the way to 2015 or something, and then all of a sudden everybody turned stupid. Nah, niggas been stupid for a long time. Talking about dumb shit. Put it in her mouth. And if she on a reg, then she could just eat me out. Oh, so deep. We were in the club when that song came on. Bitches all screaming all together, put it in there, all that shit. I lost my mind. You guys want to revise history like as if the music that we enjoyed in the early 2000s was like super deep. If we're talking about Nas, then yes. Jay-Z, he had a lot of songs that had some depth, but the majority of his catalog was I get money and I get bitches. A lot of them. It's just reality. Don't be mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger. Go back and listen to the catalogs of the people we loved, with the exceptions of the conscious rappers, obviously. Okay? Mos Def wasn't giving you brain rot, lyrically proficient content. You know what I'm saying? Mos Def had a message. Talib Kweli had a message. Cameron, really good. No message, brothers. I'm sorry. It's reality.
Paranoia since my dog died, I've been living cautiously. Demons keeping real tight, trying to keep them off of me. Feel the pressure constantly, can't even complain, no. Everybody eats, where you at up on that chain, no. Moving with a heavy heart, don't know where this pain go. Keep them goofies out the clique, we don't entertain those. Dreams of being rich, nightmares of being broke. It felt like I lost everything except hope. It's a different type of nervous, getting pulled over with dope. Don't go all off in the deep if you don't know the way to float. I never fell in love with the streets. I been paranoia since my dog died. I've been living cautiously. Demons keeping real tight, trying to keep them off of me. Feel the pressure constantly, can't even complain, no. Everybody eats, where you...
Is he shit? Let me know. Who's this guy right over here? William name no? Ish have no? Is he shit? Let me know. Because he's rapping in a format that matches what you guys like from back in the days. Right? Raphael says, I'm not going to lie, he's not good.
Wet up on that chain though, moving with a heavy heart, don't know where this pain go. Keep them goofies out the clique, we don't entertain those. Dreams of being rich, nightmares of being broke. It feel like I lost everything except hope. It's a different type of nervous, getting pulled over with dope. Don't go all off in the deep if you don't know the way to float. I never fell in love with the streets. I've been paranoid since my dog died. I've been living caught.
I ain't mad at him. I think this shit sounds hard. You know what I'm saying? But like, maybe y'all don't like. Listen, gang, don't get offended. Don't unsubscribe or whatever. Y'all might be ageist. Y'all might be ageist. He got the, what do you call it? The Gen Z updo. You know, all these Gen Zs, all their hair be going up in the air. Right? Kind of, sort of like the high top. Oh, my God. I'm not rage baiting y'all. I swear to God. I'm not rage baiting y'all. Okay? But you know, there's all the YNs. They be having the updo. And all their hair go up in the air. Is it when y'all see the updo, no wrinkles, good skin? It's trash. It's not good. What's wrong with these kids? Where's this graze? He's not even covering it with hair dye. I'm just saying, fam. Is it that? Fuck's wrong with these? Oh, here it is. Ishne Evo. I fuck with Ishne Evo. Old John Crow's cool. And his name, he got old in his name. He fuck with the young people. I think some of y'all are just young people haters.
Right. I put like the piece. Maybe I get G with some teams. It's hard to run their TDs. But that pussy boy think he can rock. They gon' see who stole my fucking me. Let's I can't lie, I can't let no one in on myself as motherfucker. Just keep it. Let's go. The topic you think I can't be on the beat. Oh, they tryna be how I be. The only ones that ain't complete in the sleep. You understand when you want to know. I can't get up and go. What niggas know what I do with the phone. On the beat. Right.
I like this. I'm not even trying to rage bait y'all. I like this. I like it.
I ain't.
Look at young people, garbage.
Easy, but I'm overly gone. If a bitch gon' throw it, I'ma catch it and throw it back. Smoking on greedy, can't hit my plane, can't sit from my cut. I've been too grown for that. Do what you can, I do what I want. Type shit that I'm on, you can't afford a tax. You not the.
What's wrong with this shit? This is good. And this is not no, Gaza, gully man shit. Who's this? Let me get this shit off the screen. Muna Karuna. This is fucking hard. Here, pull up. Peel up.
Saying gotta stay in your lane. I don't complain, I just pay for the tax. I ain't easy, but I'm overly gone. If a bitch gon' throw it, I'ma catch it and throw it back. Smoking on greedy, can't hit my blank, can't sit from my cut. I've been too grown for that. Do what you can, I do what I want. Type shit that I'm on, you can't afford the tax. You not the same, gotta stay in your lane. I don't complain, I just pay for the tax.
She is fucking hard. Let me find her shit, man. This is one of the best ones I've heard so far. This track's called Ass Too Fat. Bumba class. That's how you call the track, fam. Muna Karuna. Let me find her on Ting and follow her on Spotify. Muna. Am I spelling it right? Oh, Mauna Karuna. Let's find her. Okay, she got some good SEO. Wow. We'll put a follow on there. Get your monthly listeners up. Ass Fat is on there right now. Don't take it personal. Tax season. Let me hear this.
Those with no link, shit is sticky, better drink fast. Niggas saying this shit is free, I got a feeling tryna get tagged. Nigga tryna tell me about the history, but I ain't in class. And I don't do no spots, so if you come to me, then bring cash. You love hip hop. I don't got no time, you play, you get tagged. My time is money by the hundreds, better think fast. Niggas think shit funny till they running over twin bags. Niggas bummy can't afford to pay this shit back. Niggas finding money on the floor and call it.
Niggas bummy can't afford a petty shit bag. Oh my God, that's a bummy ass nigga. Salute to Muna, or if I'm pronouncing that right, Mauna Karuna.
All these false accusations pay.
Salute to Faiza. I'm respectfully, I just want to hear rap right now, okay? So any R&B that's on these slides here, I'm going right past it. Not because I don't fuck with you. It's just because I want to hear rap right now. Let's go.
Running. Do I let go or do I hold on? Running. Do I let go or do I hold on? Running. Do I let go or do I stay strong? Running. Do I let go or will I fall?
Yeah, like I heard and shit. Love when I go out of town for months, and I come back richer. She like, baby, smell like a mill. Can you buy me a Richard? She wanna go Benny, wanna go Eric, wanna go Saliante. Love when I go to.
Oh, this is gonna get cut out for sure. This is OVO tag cutting this right out right away.
In New York for the week, I thought I was going to Brampton. I wanna buy blunts, a two-tone AP. Fuck out the trap, come to the party. She wanna fuck.
Probably a lot of this stuff is spoken for, so a lot of this stuff will get cut out of the repost because of copyrights.
It is hard in my chest, take another.
Salute to Savannah Ray.
Nobody got me in a chokehold. Bitch, I'm in the city, I'm not a local. Yeah, body T got me in a chokehold. Spinning on the heat, you're not in cocoa. But it's skinny, drippy to the flow.
We love hip hop.
Yeah, no. Capellini, she wants soto. Fettuccine, truffles, and risotto. Yeah, bless the food before she takes a photo. Super photogenic when you stripe for your body.
Oh, he's floating. Salute to everything O'Shawn.
It's on us. The stakes is higher than your real estate prices. Skate by you while you watching paint dry up. Yo, nigga, in the same guy since grade 9. You ain't grow. At the function, chain stole. Should've stayed home. Chase pesos.
Who's this Koto Inits or Insit and Soft Eyes? Listen, gang. Toronto has hope. We have a lot of talent here, fam. And don't even be like, yo, Friday, you never play this. I've done this on live stream mad times. I'm having deja vu. I just go through on a freestyle right now and just find music that, do a music search with the audience here.
Kick the rat race and pay roads for God's sakes.
I'll deal with the copyrights later. Fuck it.
Pray 5 times a day and take notes. I promise. It's on us.
Mercy. Young Ya.
We love hip hop.
Judge at the talk of the town. I'm up in dope land, I don't come down. Who want the smoke, man? I got a pound. Bitch, I'm the dope man, screaming out loud. I'm trying to blitz some bitch at the ground. I got a bitch.
We love hip hop.
Again! Yo, fam, listen. A skip? No. I like this shit. Shit you go to the gym with.
Mercy.
That's the music.
Josh at the top of the town. I'm up in dope land, now to come down. Who want to smoke, man? I got a pound. Bitch, I'm the dope man, scream it out loud. I'm trying to blitz some bitch at the ground. I got a bitch.
Oh man, I want to hear that whole tune. Who is this? Young Ja? I'm not even trying to rage bait y'all, fam. I like what I like. Is this the track? What was the track called? Dope Land? Yeah. In there. Let me hear a little bit more of that.
Mercy. Yo.
We love hip hop. We love hip hop. We love hip hop.
Top of the town. I'm up in dope land, now to come down. Who want to smoke, man? I got a pound. Bitch, I'm the dope man, scream it out loud. I'm trying to blitz some bitch at the ground. I got a big gun, big nigga down. Fat nigga face shot, eat up around. Shot got a mouthpiece, don't make a sound. How you gon' doubt me, bitch, out of bounds? I done do 10 shots, I'm out of rounds. I'm with the big dogs, calling my hounds. Don't like the music,
I'm with a big dog calling my hounds.
Hate all sounds. Let's get into it like Betty, I bounce. Chopper confetti, I blow up your house. So you spaghetti, his brains on the couch. Heard you fat, go get him a blouse.
Ooh. Can't say that.
Bitch, I'm a bully, I spray paint your house. So many bullets, his brains in his mouth. I bought a gun and a horse, go joust. That man a lake, but I run in his house. Bitch, on the 6 gun, shit on my wrist light. I got a shotgun, chopped on the stick side. I'm with a bad bitch, slim, thick, big sauce. I'm in a Rolls Royce, feeling like Rick Ross.
Yo, this nigga is stupid. What? Who's this guy, fam? Who the fuck is this guy? Young Ja. You got 27,000 monthly listeners. Personally, just with me, when it comes to like looking for new talent, respectfully, I'm not trying to listen to new rappers who remind me of 90s rappers. That's not moving the culture forward. I want to hear new rappers who are doing new things or trying to be creative and stuff like that. If they remind me, it's restoring that feeling, then that's cool for a couple of them. But like, fam, are they going to take over the charts or are they going to be my favorite underground rapper? You feel me? Who are we going to get who's going to be able to be a fucking superstar? Oh, that's all you got? I'm following you, my nigga. You got a new follower. Friday Ricky Dread. Appa's my guy. Yes, we need hits. Somebody who's willing to be like, yo, you can hear that song playing at a stadium and everybody's like, oh, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it doesn't have to be the deepest shit. Just make it good. Oh.
We love hip hop.
Eat up.
Light on the Bible, I did it. Broke out a hat and return out the bottom of fitted. I can't stop till it's finished. They want me dead, nigga, fuck it, I'm Dennis the Menace. Cocaine coming from Venice. I got a pack from the mob, but I made it replenish. Gave it, I see me finish. You tryna run this, you dumb nigga, chop it diminish. Bitch, get the fuck in my business. After my gun got corona, I think I'm the sickest. My chop stay with my dickest. Oh, you don't like me, that's cool, I just count on my riches.
This nigga's sick. The slow down beat to the beat getting faster, and then that's when he starts. Y'all niggas start to ageism. You got a new fan over here, Young Ja. Rastafari.
Guess what? I don't know the tag. Guess what? I'm not falling back. Guess what? I'm not falling back.
Lost it all. Now I gotta get it back. 25, spent 200 on a Hellcat. And that wasn't it. G-Man, what you call that? Masked up, pull up in the arm.
It's cool. I like it. It's not whoa. But it's cool. Here's the thing when it comes to this stuff, man. When it comes to finding new talent, who's gonna be pushing, moving the culture forward, or who's gonna be next up. There was a point in time when I was listening to J. Cole, and I didn't like his shit. When I first heard Kendrick, didn't like him that much. When I first heard Rigor Mortis, I was like, Rigor Mortis is fucking hard. but I didn't like everything that the nigga was dropping. I was like, who's this squeaky voice nigga? And then when I started liking his shit, niggas around me, Toronto niggas, when I'm in the crib playing that, they're like, what the fuck kind of spaced out, weird voice shit you playing in the room Friday? What the fuck? Turn that shit down. More times, that's kind of why I stopped living with roommates too. But same way, like, not everybody was like up on that shit right away. Like, oh, that shit sounds amazing. Same thing with like Travis Scott. When I listened to Travis Scott back in the days of the rodeo, I was like, this is cool. It was different, but it took me some time to like be able to start saying, you know what? I like this shit. Migos, when I first heard the Migos, same shit. I was like, hear a little bit more. I'm like, they're not bad. When I start listening to it with an open mind. All right, couple more slides, then we'll get to our next topic.
It's currently too bright. I'm pulling down the curtain. See you in the dark. I got infrared vision. I'll cut up your heart with the laser incision. Blood on the sheets, money in the bag. I just bought your business and I pay for it in cash. Blood on the sheets, money in the bag.
Not my favorite. What is this? Aiko, Tommy, and Jesse Lucas. Yeah, not my favorite.
She been going hard. Time to stack all the time stop. What if that work that NASCAR way? What he done be switch your car? She don't know the cops. Just trying to get it off. And she know a drug dealer, but she don't know the boss. I'm talking second in command like he got split the props.
This is all right. Rondo KP. It's like back to like the regular stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Y'all know who Sun Real is.
Hell yeah. Let's go. First try, no mama. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. Got goals like Gretzky and Messi. I'm testing my patience with blessings. Like juggling 3 kids, house getting messy. But I'm so inspired, so in between sets, only time that I'm resting. Boom, I'm investing in what I'm projecting. My kids gonna eat off the words you ingesting. Used to think that getting fame was the next thing. Now being home seemed like the best thing.
Right? Y'all like this? He's older. He's in his 40s. Salute to Els Mocha. We Love Hip Hop alumni.
Cash shoes before I blew, I threw on St. Laurent. The world is mine like Tony, I get what I want. Exotics on speed, diet, call me the boss. You know I'm good in the hood like chicken and hot sauce. It's a takeover break, never heard a lot. I'm running bricks, done it quick, copping Benz trucks. Pussy pop cup, miss she make a head bust, I turn a gap. When I dump you with my finger touch up.
Okay. I think I'm done with my music segment over here. All right. Salute to all the artists out there. Keep doing your thing. All right. Don't let any of the old people in the chat. I'm playing. The mature people in the chat discourage you, okay? I fuck with y'all. All right. Not all of y'all, but most of y'all. Couple of things I want to show y'all here before. You know what? Can we get to Andrew Callaghan getting sued quick fast? Because I saw this story floating around. I watched a little bit of this video, but I was like, I didn't completely understand why he was getting sued. All right. So I'm going to go back over here to my history and find out why Andrew Callaghan is getting sued. Let's go to it.
Third-party listening device and hiding out.
Hey, cuz, hey, listen up. Channel 5 is getting sued by some customers. By some customer motherfuckers. And we need y'all help. I'm gonna let Andrew break it down.
Fuck Bill Joyner. That's not gonna happen. What's up, guys? We are in a serious pickle right now. For the past 2.5 years, we over here at Channel 5 have been fighting a lawsuit in silence against a wealthy California lender named Bill Joyner, who I've never spoken to or seen in my life. Among other dubious claims, he accused Channel 5 of violating the Federal Wiretap Act and intercepting his electronic communications, which is something I've never done and don't know how to do.
Andrew don't know how to wiretap nobody, yeah?
On its face, it probably seems ridiculous to imagine me tapping phone lines through a third-party listening device and hiding out in a surveillance van near a 56-year-old boomer's house in Orange County. But in our beautiful, free country, somebody with enough money for good lawyers can sue anyone for anything at any time. And just maybe, if you get lucky, the judge will believe it. And that's exactly what happened here. Bill Joyner's attorneys over at...
What? So he's getting sued for something that he never did. He never went around this man, never met him.
Murphy and Murphy somehow successfully, in my opinion, lied in federal court, convincing the 89-year-old judge who was appointed by Jimmy Carter in the early 70s to strike down all of our dismissal attempts and subsequent appeals. This resulted in a painstaking year-long discovery process where forensic investigators audited our company's servers and hard drives for evidence of wiretapping and found absolutely nothing. Joyner's lawyers then summoned me for a grueling on-camera deposition, which we are currently gaining access to and are going to post on this channel in the coming days. During the deposition, they accused me of deleting and moving files to hide the truth, which is by every account categorically and demonstrably false.
Our paperwork's good,
After years of fighting for the truth in a federal courtroom and spending over $800,000 on legal fees, Joyner's attorneys decided to drop the federal lawsuit entirely before trial. Poof, gone. They dismissed their own wiretap claims after probably realizing that such an outrageous, bold-faced, abominable, and once again, demonstrably false lie would stand no chance whatsoever at a jury trial, where an actual 12-person group of jurors, hopefully born after and not before World War II, would be present and have to hear their non-existent evidence. After the dismissal, over here at Channel 5, we were relieved to be done with the whole thing.
Andrew thought he probably already spent money on legal fees and stuff like that, and then the shit got dismissed. Yo, bro, just throwing money in the freaking toilet, basically.
It was over.
As I mentioned, the 2-year uphill battle cost us over $800,000. If you've never been sued in federal court before, that amount of money might sound pretty high. But as I break down the lawsuit later in this video and take you through each painstaking step of the process, you'll understand how the bill got so high. You'll also probably understand why we've been going so hard in the field, producing such a high volume of content this past year, shooting in multiple countries with 3 separate camera crews, while also hosting regular ticketed live shows here in the USA, Mexico, and Canada. Of course, on a core level, documentary making is my sole passion and purpose, and I would do all this stuff for free. But in this world, the dollar is mightier than God. And since the lawsuit kicked off, I've had to work twice as hard and honestly push myself and our staff to the limit. This was the only way to keep the bills paid. As I've mentioned, and will always be the case, Channel 5 is totally independent and exists without a single dollar of corporate investment. We only generate revenue in 3 ways: Patreon subscriptions, merch sales, and non-exclusive ad reads with companies who pay us for placement.
Ground use!
This model is a blessing.
It's pretty much the same thing as any network, right? Your paywall, merch if you have merch going on, and ad reads and stuff like that, right? And you know, if you have a poppin' social media page where you can do some promo for some artists, then cool, another form of revenue.
For journalistic freedom, because nobody can tell us what to do. But it's also a curse when it comes to being bullied in court by rich people, because we don't have a reserve or retainer of capital to pull from if some tool bag sues us for no reason.
This ain't the LA Times. We don't have a retainer, a cash by pool. Drive you custer-ass motherfuckers.
To be honest though, I've been more than happy to work twice as hard this past year and a half. And even on the most stressful days, all the support and positive feedback that we get from you guys is just a reminder of how lucky I am to work in a field that I enjoy. So thank you, and I genuinely am appreciative of all the support. But today, I've got some really bad news. Bill Joyner and his attorneys are resuing us. Wow. Not in federal court this time, but in California state court, which I guess apparently you can do after throwing out your own claims in the feds, with modified claims now that include defamation, stalking, false light, and trespassing. Yesterday, I was served with the process pictured on screen, indicating that we're going to have to go through this entire process again from start to finish. And after speaking with a couple different attorneys, it doesn't seem like the second round is going to be any cheaper than the first. And therefore, I have to be direct and keep it 1,000 here. I can't afford it. This is not a drill. We cannot afford to keep operations running here at Channel 5 unless we can immediately fundraise the legal fees that are required to fight this second round against bullshitting Bill Joyner and his morally bankrupt team of bogus slang jabronis. And we need to ask for your...
Whoa. And he'll probably will get some support, but I already know what's coming. He's going to do a GoFundMe, or he's going to ask for like donations and stuff. Bro, these guys could sue the fuck out of him to the point where you can't even make content no more, bro. I can't afford to pay my cameramen, editors, studio over their head, computers, and all that shit that are in there. Pay for the Wi-Fi. They can just dun him.
support. This is not something I've done before or want to do again, but after reviewing my options, this is the only course of action aside from selling the company or shutting down for the foreseeable future. When we lost All Gas No Brakes in 2021 after a contractual dispute and had to relaunch from square one without a penny of outside funding, it was all of you guys who flocked to our Patreon and kept the dream alive in the face of sudden death. And I will always appreciate each and every supporter who crossed over and has believed in us since I was a 21-year-old kid in an RV. And I hope that I've made it up to at least some of you in one way or another. But this, like that moment, is another sink or swim situation, and we do need your support immediately. I've set our fundraising goal at 800K and put a link to our GoFundMe in the pinned comment and description box of this video. So please, if you can spare even $1, that's still a meaningful drop in the bucket, and it would mean a lot because enough small contributions will get us there. And no matter what, even if we don't meet the goal, you have my word, we will fight this to the end. Much like I would rather work the graveyard shift at an Eaton Park in Poplar Bluff, Missouri than I would apply for a job at an Epstein-captured mainstream outlet in New York City, I would also rather enter a brazen bull torture device or be buried alive in a roach-infested pine box than I would agree to any kind of polite negotiations with people like Bill Joyner and his legal team. So if you custers over at Murphy & Murphy want to take it to trial this round, don't back out before the big party.
Let's take this shit to trial, cuz. That means we gotta squabble, hood. You gotta catch all your face, don't stir nothing down.
To me, this is not just a matter of integrity, it's this new lawsuit wraps up. That would mean committing to an indefinite hiatus starting right now, closing our offices, laying off staff members, and leaning on passive Patreon income to carry us through this dark tunnel until we come out the other side. Or, worst case scenario, if we wanted to continue operations while being sued, we'd have to sell shares in Channel 5 to a corporate investor, which would betray everything we stand for and render our initial mission, which is to weaken and eventually replace the corporate press, totally useless. I would be the biggest custer alive, and I don't want any of this shit to happen. So again, please consider donating. To everybody who's followed this page and me throughout the years, thank you so much, and I want to make you a promise. If we reach our goal and can fight the second round, I won't let you down. I will make sure to bring all the projects I just mentioned to fruition. I will be transparent about where the fundraiser money is going and provide regular lawsuit updates as time goes on. And not everybody's in a position to give, which is okay, even if you can't help out.
So what's going to happen here? You're going to stop making content while you're going through the legal process? Because that's an expensive and going to be lengthy process. And Channel 5 be pumping out content. So are they just going to take a break? Did he offend the small hats? I don't know. He's saying that these guys just all of out the blue started accusing him of stalking and tapping their phones and stuff like that, of which he says he never did. But to prove it in court is a whole other thing. You could just be like, nah, I ain't do it, fuck off. All right, now prove it in court. You're going to just go in there and just go there with legal aid? Nah, bro, now you're going to lose. Even though you could be completely in the right.
Maybe just share this video, drop a nice comment, or just continue believing in the Channel 5 mission.
Thank y'all, hood, watching the content and making the dream happen.
All right, now let's get into the nitty-gritty of this lawsuit. So this whole fiasco began back in 2021. At that point, I'd spent the previous year covering the lead up to the Capitol riot for my HBO project called This Place Rules.
CNN is taking a massive crap on this country. No Trump! No KKK! No fascist USA!
While filming, I spent my time going city to city, rally to rally, and catching people in the midst of tense political moments. You probably saw Alex Jones whipping up crowds into a frenzy.
Never submit to Satan and these globalist pedophiles, and we will defeat their new world order. Amen!
Right-wingers blowing shofar horns around every corner for some reason, and children talking about a cabal of pedophilic deep state boogeymen that only Trump could save us from.
Biden's a child molester, and he kidnaps children and does horrible things to them, just like Hillary Clinton and Obama, who made the virus.
It's kind of interesting looking back at that now with the Epstein stuff, but that aside, in my view, This Place Rules was a 7.5 out of 10. It did a pretty good job of capturing the reality actually on the ground during that time, but only really captured frenzied people at rallies amongst their peers. By the end, especially filming it, it all got a bit repetitive, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was missing something. Mainly, the answer to a simple question. How did these people actually get there? Or like, what happened in their personal lives prior to jumping down the reactionary rabbit hole? I wanted to spot the invisible hand and find a shared, non-political grievance that was making so many people willing to eventually toss
Remember that shit? Holy, these guys took over the freaking
their freedom away behind a politician who did nothing for them, while also falling for every culture war issue under the sun, as greedy politicians on both sides of the aisle continued to tighten their grip on wealth and information.
I would rather die than wear a mask.
My desire to answer this question, especially on the right, connects
that shit is putting chills up my spine. That was a wild time.
To my personal belief that two-party politics in America are a deliberate scam engineered by a singular elite power structure with the sole purpose of preventing the unification of, I'll just say it, the proletariat, the working class, the 99%, the real ones who go to work without friends in high places, just to get robbed blind by the geriatric descendants of slavers and robber barons, while being blinded by identity-focused wedge issues that do nothing but make us hate each other. So shortly after January 6th, there was a pretty interesting Washington Post study that came out that honestly kind of revealed what I had been thinking for a long time. So it showed that in the years leading up to 2020, 60% of January 6th defendants had filed for bankruptcy, 50% were in severe debt to a creditor, and 18% lost their homes as a result of eviction or foreclosure. All these numbers were far above the national average, pointing to what I saw as a humanizing pipeline between personal hardship and political radicalization on the right, which in itself was consistent with the theory that I developed back at the Flat Earth Conference back in 2019.
I mean, all the empirical evidence overwhelmingly suggests that there's an enormous 200...
These fucking weirdos. You guys could make a whole conference out of flat earthers.
Foot ice wall holding the oceans in level and flat. Have you researched Hitler at all?
In the absence of creativity, I called my idea Andrew's radicalization theory, after discovering that nearly every active flat earther had suffered a recent sequence of traumatic life events that caused their personal sense of security, significance, and connection to collapse almost overnight, leading them into a spiral of pain, self-loathing, and a sort of greater societal disillusionment that put them in these kind of apocalypse cults, which QAnon, the driving movement behind January 6th, pretty much was. So after This Place Rules came out, I was kind of in search of a January 6er who'd also gone through financial hardship.
A January 6er is crazy. Yo, Blue Jays fitted. Yo, and salute to all my Americans who watch these live streams and the clips. Yeah, the States is mosh up. Like, don't get it twisted. Land of milk and honey, but at a cost. At a cost. You got to deal with a lot of crazy.
Before 2020, who was down to be filmed like for a long period of time and help me prove this theory. That's when I found Kelly Johnson, aka Kelly J Patriot, at a White Lives Matter rally in Huntington Beach, California on April 11, 2021.
I think you know where I was on January 6th.
Where were you?
I think you know where I was on January 6th.
He was
Yo, fam, you see us? We pussy. I ain't even trying to rage bait y'all niggas, yo. We don't got to worry about White Lives Matter rally. We're all up in arms like, oh my God. Not us, but like people were up in arms like, oh, look at that Canada First rally. They're racist. Now all the blue hair, septum nose people are running up there like, oh my God. These guys have full White Lives Matter rallies. All right? Don't worry about a little Canada First rally. All right? Don't worry about a 1-2 little trucker rally. These niggas have like, they still have triple K meetings. And they're not even on the lows. Like they probably advertise them online on their Instagram and Facebook.
Man, full of energy, wearing champion shoes.
Kobe Bryant was assassinated by the Quins.
Still kind of riding the high from the January 6 events. And at first, it was a completely standard right-wing street interaction. I held up the microphone, and he was kind of rattling off various talking points that I'd heard a million times while filming for my HBO project.
It's
like professional racist.
Demonic people who that kill the kids, drink their blood, probably eat them too. I mean, that's what they haven't put this out, because when that happens, people won't be able to believe it, but that's the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts.
But everything changed when I asked him one question.
What's the most painful piece of truth that's hurt you?
The question unlocked a tense personal anecdote.
His name's Bill Joyner. He destroyed my family, destroyed my 25-year business, separated and devastated my family. So that answers your question.
This dude sounds like he sucks.
And he's demonic also.
So after I popped that question, our whole conversation pivoted from Clinton trafficking rings and the alleged Kobe Bryant assassination to a personal one about a man named Bill Joyner, the one suing me now.
Bill Joyner! His name's Bill Joyner. I've heard that Hunter Biden and Bill Joyner are tight. He's tied in with the White House. Oops, careful. If you go this way, look out for Bill Joyner.
Cut thought Cut was a demon.
So I've been advised by my attorney to not say that much about the Dear Kelly film ahead of this ongoing litigation.
Oh my God.
But I will tell you that this film only briefly focuses on the pre-political dispute between Kelly and Bill Joyner and very quickly evolves into a movie about Kelly's mental and family rehabilitation with an analysis of how online echo chambers have broken up the modern American family.
Does this hair make me look gay?
Why, do you want to look gay?
Yeah.
Are you gay?
Half.
Huh?
Bye.
Okay, super.
Again, I don't want to spoil it too much, but the second half of the film features a pretty emotional intervention and documents Kelly's process in inpatient therapy, in which he accepts responsibility for his own role in the home foreclosure and actually goes as far as agreeing to apologize and make amends with Bill.
I need to go back and I need to forgive Bill Joyner.
Lawsuit aside, it's actually a film that I'm quite proud of. We originally launched the film on hard copy DVD and on our website, which was www.dearkellyfilm.com for a $5.55 rental and a $15.55 lifetime purchase.
Well, this is why this guy is on his ass. Not to say that he deserves to get sued, but now I understand why these guys are like, all right, we're going to take legal action.
Guys, what if I told you that all of you watching right now can watch Dear Kelly for free?
Free movie alert. Free movie alert. Free movie alert.
So if right now you go to www.dearkellyfilm.com on your computer, tablet, or phone, hit the rental option, go to rent it for 48 hours, and while you're checking out, type in all caps code DearKelly26. That is code DearKelly26, and you will get a free 2-day pass to watch the film. Watching Dear Kelly in its entirety will give you more context as to just how ridiculous this lawsuit is, and probably answer whatever other questions you might have about the project. Link is in the bio along with the GoFundMe. All right, let's.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
Rent it for 48 hours, and while you're checking out, type in all caps code DearKelly26. That is.
Let me just load it up just for shits and gigs. Let me put a like on this right here too, Andrew. Just for shits and gigs. DearKelly.com. Rent for 48 hours. 1 second, gang. Let me get some of this shit off the screen. Silent with Google. Bong. Just give me a quick second here. All right, I'm in. So he said, go here, promo code. What do you say the promo code is? Dear Kelly 26. Let's do that. All caps, Dear Kelly 26. Let's see what happens. Bong! He didn't lie. And you didn't tell a lie.
This guy is financially racist because he tried to financially and legally kill me. He's a bad guy, and let me just say, if you ever get a letter from Bill Joyner and he says, hey, do you want some easy money? Don't worry about your credit. Run the other way. Don't call him.
Yo, don't sue me. I'm just reacting.
Back, stay away. Don't take his money because he'll try to take your home. That's what I'd recommend. That's who Bill Joyner is.
Hey, Kelly, how you doing?
Hey, good, Andrew. How are you? Hey, you too. Good to see you. Greetings.
So for those who don't know, where are we and what are we doing today?
We're in Orange, California. We're in front of Planned Parenthood, and we're here to save the babies. Not enough people know what's going on. 3,000 babies in the United States are murdered and aborted every day. And I don't know if you saw the sign over here. Did you get a picture of the sign here where they're selling the baby parts? My understanding is they'll actually rip off the head and then start taking the organs off one at a time so they can then sell them and make money. So that's what this is all about. It's demonic. Save the babies! Save the kids! Save my house from Bill Joyner! God bless America! Don't tread on me! Yes or no? Do you sell baby parts, yes or no? They wouldn't tell me. They said I'm on private property.
Right now, you guys need to get off our property right now.
We'll leave.
No, I'm not going to play this whole video on live stream. but I'm just gonna watch.
Everybody feel like that.
I would rather die than wear a mask.
And I just spent 4 months following Trump's campaign trail across the country, filming for my directorial debut that would later end up on HBO. It was called
My wrist. I asked them to loosen the handcuffs, and they expressly told me they aren't meant to be comfortable. And I was arrested for the first time in my life after being an attorney for about 30 years. They wrote me up for having a dangerous weapon at a public event. That was not a weapon, that was obviously a flagpole, and it was in the air.
I later learned that dangerous weapon in question is referred to as the four-banger, Kelly's battle staff that he brings everywhere he goes.
What this is a four-banger. Four-banger is 4 flags on one pole. Channel 5 live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine.
Being that I
A four-banger. Pause.
wasn't there for the actual arrest, I asked him if we could recreate the scene.
All lives matter.
Okay, you're arrested.
Oh my God, for what?
I was just blown away. He didn't say anything.
No, let's act it out like it's happening. Let's start from the top.
Kobe Bryant was assassinated by the Clintons.
Come here, Nazi, you're going to Guantanamo.
Oh my gosh, what did I do? Am I getting canceled?
The Democrats don't like you. They're going to cancel you.
Oh man.
So one thing that we talked about during our interview is you mentioned that you had your home stolen by a shady real estate agent named Bill Joyner.
He falsified a trustee's deed to himself with 7 false representations on it. And he had a piece of paper that he prepared saying that he owned my home, and it was a false document, and he used that to steal my home.
As a lifelong renter, I had no idea what the hell Kelly was talking about. So I set us up in the bathroom to get down to the nitty-gritty of what really happened. So going back to the very beginning, how did this all start?
Sometime in late October, early November 2006, I received the unsolicited letter from the Joyner Group saying, hey, we've got a family trust, we've got some money available, easy loans, don't have to worry about all the formalities that the banks and the typical lenders have, and they'll loan money. They've loaned money in my area, which is Laguna Hills, Nellie Gale Ranch. I had a lot of debt. I had a law office, I had a home. So a traditional bank loan would maybe be difficult to get. So this was a way for me to get some funding.
You have a family, right?
Yeah, 3 kids, Kyle, Kaylee, and Sydney. Figured I'd check. I followed up. It seemed like, easy money. It seemed like I would qualify.
So this letter says I can give you between $35,000 and $3 million after only just a 5-minute phone call. How much did you ask for initially?
$100,000.
Okay.
Keeping in mind that this was through 2008, 2009, 10, the worst financial crisis our country's had since the Great Depression. So this guy knew that was occurring. And I was, I think, 4 months late with him. 4 times 15, it was about $6,000. That's when Bill Joyner filed a notice of default on a $1.5 million plus value home. And thereafter, on February 1st of 2017, all of a sudden there were 8 officers and 6 squad cars that came knocking on our door. They took us out at gunpoint.
Wow. So there's a lot more to this story that was exposed in this video here. What's it called? Dear Kelly? So no wonder this guy is cheesed. Oh my God, Andrew, I don't know how you're going to get out of this one, bro.
Code Dear Kelly 26, and you will give you back to the lawsuit timeline. Fast forward to the May of 2024, far after we finished filming for Dear Kelly, and once we'd finally wrapped the final cut at our headquarters back in Vegas. So that month, in May, we announced a 36-city international tour across the US, Mexico, and Canada to screen Dear Kelly in front of live audiences. And boom, a week before tour kicks off, we got a cease and desist letter in the mail from Bill's lawyers. The letter threatened to sue us and every single other venue on the tour if we didn't cancel the tour completely, halt distribution of Dear Kelly indefinitely, and delete all raw files used in the assembly of the film, while giving Bill and his lawyers the only existing copy left of the audio and video files used to make.
Wow, I just played this shit over here on the live stream. Bill Kelly, please don't come for me over here in Canada, bro. Like, that's crazy what you're doing right now. Cut that shit out or we're going to sue you. And he's already spent like $800,000 on the first lawsuit.
Dear Kelly. My first thought when I got the letter was, holy shit, Bill Joyner is real? And then my second thought was, fuck that, man. We're not canceling tour. I didn't defame him in any way. I didn't wiretap him. But they sued us anyway. On May 30th, 2024, which was a real bummer. So in the complaint, which is also linked below, they describe Dear Kelly as a film that corroborates the false, nonsensical, and mentally disturbed story of defendant Kelly Scott Johnson. They claim that we spent 2 years stalking, surveilling, video recording, and audio recording Mr. Joyner, his family, his home residence, and his place of business. And that we traveled to California, where I actually lived at the time, specifically to create recordings intended to harass and intimidate Mr. Joyner, his spouse, and his minor children, not to be confused with adult children. They then go on to describe me as a deranged right-wing prankster with brain damage from mushrooms and the sidekick of a crazy January 6th defendant, writing that while it first appeared that Callaghan was simply reporting on the story of Kelly Johnson, it is clear that at some point the two became quite close, and Callaghan has taken on Johnson's crusade against Mr. Joyner as his own.
Andrew ain't never said Bill stole shit.
They also claimed, falsely, that I had the intent to release a film dedicated almost entirely to Johnson's crusade to destroy Mr. Joyner without cause, and that I am not a journalist, but rather a producer of scripted, voyeuristic, tabloid television dribble.
And the damn thing scripted at Channel 5.
It's actually pretty funny, but on a serious note, anybody who's watched Dear Kelly knows how off-base and ridiculous that assessment is. Not only did we never trespass or capture a single recording of Bill, but the premise of the film was to effectively de-radicalize a person, Kelly, who is one of millions of Americans that dove headfirst into reactionary politics during the pandemic after...
We just watched a few clips from it, at least. I didn't see him, I didn't see them go over to his spot and film him directly, so... Shit.
Falling on hard times.
I'll watch the rest of it later just for research purposes, but I ain't seen anything from what I watched.
COVID, pandemic, it was a struggle place. America's a cutthroat place, and the people been struggling.
I mean, honestly, I can't tell you how many people have told me they've been touched by the film because they have a family member, loved one, or QAnon aunt or grandma that mirrors Kelly's story exactly. And to add to...
just let me double check while we're here, just for facts is facts. Look. Did they go up into Homeboy's office or anything like that at any point?
Blow my chances, so I'm not going to ask too many people if they know Bill. Do you know a guy named Bill Joyner?
I do not.
Have you seen this guy before?
I don't think so.
He's asking a lot of questions still. I ain't gonna lie.
To deal with it. I'm successful. I'm good. I can do it. Driving $1,000 a month Beamer. We had rabbits, potbelly pigs, several dogs, several cats. I won't get into the numbers because they're not relevant, but
I'm sorry for causing the pain that I have. I had, I've been walking in my shoes and it's been a tough road. And
okay. Yeah, I don't see anything in here. Let's get to the conclusion.
So after the deposition and once discovery had totally wrapped, right as I was moving forward towards summary judgment and possibly a trial, Bill's attorneys voluntarily dismissed a federal lawsuit. Just like that, gone. Hundreds of thousands of dollars wasted on both sides, all for nothing. At first I was like, fuck yeah, you know what? That was a tough time, but I learned a lot. But then I got served again, informing me, as I mentioned, that I'm being re-sued by the same people, but this time in California state court.
I thought the lawsuit was gone. That was just the beginning.
We have to start from scratch at the very beginning with a new judge. That might...
You can't say beginning because it has a B in it. Oh, get the fuck out of here, man.
Might mean more discovery, more depositions, more forensic audits, more lies, and more bullshit from Bill Joyner and his cronies. Which, as I mentioned, is something that I cannot afford to do. Not only am I insanely behind on legal bills from the previous suit, but at this current moment, we don't even have the money to pay for representation moving forward.
So if he can't stand ignorance, he's fucked. He owes the lawyer $300,000. Andrew, remember, you're a great man. You help a lot of people. You care about everybody. Everything's gonna see all right. Never commit suicide. We're here. We're gonna help you, hood. Channel 5 will never die.
Wow. This is a side mission that I did not know was so crazy, bro. And this is not just about a Channel 5 thing. This can happen to anybody, especially smaller creators than Channel 5. Like, they have 3.5 million subscribers. I wasn't even subbed to them, right? I just see the videos on my timeline. But anytime a big company with a lot of money and crazy lawyers, endless cash to keep on paying hungry lawyers, decides, you know what, we're going to sue you for defamation. We're going to sue you for this, that, whatever. And oh my God, AKA Relentless Diaries. It doesn't matter what part of the scale you are. Relentless Diaries, We Love Hip Hop, Channel 5 at Andrew Callaghan. A lawsuit could take out your shit. One sweep. Right? Rock Nation is out here trying to take channels out, bro. If you get 3 strikes on your YouTube channel, lights out. And yo, it almost happened to What's the Dirt. That's just the easy type of way of trying to take out a channel. Like, we don't like your messaging over there. Let me see what we can do. How much Universal songs you've been playing over there in your YouTube catalog there? Okay. Bing, bing, bing. 3 in a row, right? I see an email popping up right now. I'm checking because, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my God. Oh! I can't even get into the email that I just received. I'm telling you, this content game ain't no joke. Sometimes it's not even about like, yo, we'll sue you or take it down. Sometimes it's take it down or else. I've changed thumbnails up, changed titles sometimes. I've freaking taken videos down on some no lawsuit shit, just on some do it or else. We cover a lot of criminal shit on this fucking podcast and on these live streams. So like a lawsuit is just, it's not the easy way. They're both the shitty way, but like, holy fuck. You got to watch what you're saying on these microphones, on these cameras, fam. Like, I want Andrew Callaghan to win, but like, he could be completely right and still lose his business because he just couldn't fight the legal battle. That's heinous. Low key, before I move on to my next topic, I just got to send a quick message also to people out there who be trying to tell me, yo, take this down, take that down. All right. Also, salute to anybody who's watching from inside behind any of these bars. East Detention, West Detention, Millhaven. Where else? Is Lindsay still open, or did they close that down? Let me know in the chat, gang. Okay, the Hearst, Maplehurst, the Toronto South, of course. All right. Salute to anybody and any of those who's behind these walls. But I will say this: when I be covering shit on these live streams, all right, and the podcast, when we be covering shit, we ain't going up in nobody's DMs. We're not, especially when we're talking about like criminal activity that we see on CP24. The only reason that I ever even write it on my list of things to cover is because I see it on CP24 or Global News or City TV News. All right. So I'm making a point here. When I cover it, it makes I don't know if it makes a big difference, but I'm not covering something that hasn't already been covered on mainstream media. So when it comes to any of these stories, especially even stories I get into moving forward, I'm going to get into the Bishnoi gang stuff. I might get into some Ryan Wedding shit. I might get into a lot of criminal activity shit moving forward in this live stream. But I'm just giving anybody a message who might see this, hear this, or whatever. I am not breaking anything when it comes to these stories. I might break some hip-hop stories. Oh my God, Pressa got taken off of Over the Top. Ooh. Breaking news. It ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. I have broken some stories where some criminal activity has happened, but to the level where we're talking about like transcontinental dealings and drug trafficking and guns and all types of shit, like I ain't deep enough into I don't know the police. I'm not deep enough into the journalism game to be able to break a story on some of this shit. You feel me? So I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, take this down, take that down, take this down. Nah. You got to go over to CP24 and them niggas and tell them, yo, don't cover it at all. You are instigating and spreading lies. This is a fact. You want to make an order on me and, again, kick rocks, throw it up. I don't know who you're talking about there. But I'm just saying, yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not uncovering anything that hasn't been covered in depth and hundreds of thousands of people, maybe millions of people got to see before Friday Ricky Dread like talks about it in front of maybe a couple of hundred people tops, right? But yeah, let's move on. Somebody said something about this Alicia Cinnamon girl. Right? Shraggy. Listen, fam, it's some shit sometimes be happening behind the scenes, and I'm just like, why do y'all always try to get at me about some shit I can't control? I can't control the media. I'm only a small part of the media. I'm just a reactionary part. We're not the ones over here breaking shit. We're not the one over here getting the court papers and all that type shit. You gotta chill. Let me go check on this thing here, bro. I don't know why the fuck I keep on going for this low-hanging fruit, but here we are. Alicia Cinnamon. Did this bitch block me? This woman. Sorry, I don't call you Alicia Cinnamon. I don't know. Okay. Y'all saying she tried to diss again? I thought we passed that. We passed that. This is from way back. There's nothing new, fam. This might not be. Oh, this is her promo page. This is why. You know what it is? I think she blocked me, gang. Oh no. No, fam. We were having so much fun. That's no fun, fam. Let me double check. She was in the comments before. How are we supposed to get hilarious reactions if you block a nigga? Don't get on your Lewin tings, fam. That's heinous. Let's see. Can't load comment right now. Oh, what a bumba clot. Hold on. Let's find her. Let's find her. Yeah, I think she might have blocked them and them. Or at least me. Just give me 1 second. I just need to check this shit out. Let me go check. Let me check. Because she replied to everybody, right? Can't see that. Damn, shorty. That's no fun. You are playing. Thanks to Nice Glass for the membership. You're whack, fam. Oh, well. It was fun while it lasted. Is this it? Consultations? This all her side pages popping up? Wow. Yo, fam. How is this go? Like, did I go too hard in the paint, fam? Wow. Was I too mean? I thought we were having fun, fam. Now I'm gonna have to hear about you dissing me. Oh well. Oh well. It was a quick side mission, but I somebody said she said something about me. I guess I will never know. Well, that put the end to that saga right there. The war between Alicia Cinnamon and Friday Ricky Dread is over. I've been blocked, gang. All right. Fun's over. No more fun. I'm not having fun anymore. You're being mean. Okay, let's move on. I'm moving on. Let me show y'all something.
Going there.
Reddit, okay, they're saying that somebody went to go pick up, you know, when you go on Facebook Marketplace and you go to grab something like, yo, or you're trying to sell something on Facebook Marketplace, yo, I got this bike for sale. This man's selling a scooter, and this happened to him. Okay, we're gonna get to the Bishnoi gang right after this, but I just want to show you all this.
Going there.
Watch what he did to the youth.
Yeah, it's really good. Especially if
really good.
it's have a good battery.
Yep, works great.
Hey!
Peace!
Where you going?
Peace!
Hey! Man! Boy! Hey!
Deuce!
Hey! Help!
Yo, he's still on him, fam.
My scooter was stolen!
This video goes on. Look, this video goes on for 2 minutes.
Hey! Hey! Help me! My scooter! My scooter was stolen!
Nobody helping this man.
Hey!
Gang, you knocking the little nigga off the scooter? Little YN? You knocking the YN off the scooter? Nobody's helping this man? It's not fake, fam, because, yo, on Reddit, they have a version that shows the man's face. This is City TV news. They're not gonna post no fakers.
Hey! Help
Not
me!
one hero, fam.
My scooter was stolen!
My scooter! Yo, look at him. Look. Nothing. Nobody's helping the man. Yo, 1 in the chat if you're helping this nigga. 2 in the chat if it's like, yeah, whatever. Mind my business. Mind my business. Mind your business. All right? 1 in the chat if you're going to be a good Samaritan and help this young brown brother out. It's not fake, fam. It's on City TV News. I thought it was fake when I saw it on Reddit. But when I saw it on City TV News, I was like, wait a minute. Isn't it the same shit I saw on Reddit? And they got the longer version here on City TV News. Or CTV.
Help! Help! My scooter was stolen!
Help!
Help! My scooter was stolen! Please help me! Whew. Help! My scooter!
Yo, how is it that you're still so close behind a man?
Help!
Unfortunately, we cannot complete your call.
Help! My scooter was stolen!
Wow. And yo, why is this on CTVnews.ca? Like, why is it here, fam? Like, this kid's trauma, and I guess on We Love Hip Hop, this kid's trauma is like being filmed by June El Hombre on Facebook, or he's filming himself, I guess. And you posted this, brother? That sucks, bro. Listen, gang, if you're out there and you're selling something on Marketplace, Look where he did it first. Where are you guys meeting? You're in some alley behind the freaking gas station. Go meet, if you're gonna go meet somebody on from Marketplace to go sell some shit, go meet them in front of the police station. If they don't want to meet in front of the police station, well then guess what? That's not the customer that you want. All right? Holy shit, man. And listen, I'm showing you guys this one instead of the Reddit one because the one on Reddit, they show the youth's face who stole the bike. I'm like, holy shit. I could see your face like in 4K, brother. Right in front of the cop shop, fam. That's where you got to meet these guys, bro. Fuck that. It could be worse. That man could have freaking shivved him, bro. Give him a little stab to the guts. Okay, let me get to some serious topics here. I want to get into this update that I have on the Bishnoi gangs, okay? Or the Lawrence Bishnoi gang. There has been a couple of things that have been updated. First, I'll show you the one video of
a sweeping
the whole international sweep that they've been doing right now, as far as over here in Canada and in the USA to try to get some of these members off of the street. So let's start with that, and then we'll get into some other connections of this wide web of crime.
Publication ban prevents us from sharing. A sweeping publication ban prevents us from sharing what transpired in court, but it does not apply to this indictment from the U.S. Attorney for the Central District of California. It details the alleged crimes that could see the three accused spend the rest of their lives in an American prison. Jeez. The men were among 24 arrested around the world in a massive U.S. law enforcement operation. They made their first court appearances on Tuesday. The U.S. Attorney accuses Ravinder Singh Danda, Jaskran Bagri, and Gurtej Singh Smog of participating in an international drug trafficking conspiracy to smuggle hundreds of kilograms of cocaine and methamphetamine from the U.S. into Canada.
Jesus Christ. Hundreds of keys. So you guys are worried about extortion in BC and stuff like that. You got to watch who's bringing the work from under the board, from past the border.
The indictment says a confidential informant worked with authorities and provided details of the alleged conspiracy. It says defendant Danda stated he wanted to start a new cartel. Wow. The U.S. Attorney alleges Bagri helped oversee and manage the alleged smuggling operation. The indictment alleges Smog would get information on enforcement actions from an individual working for the Canada Border Services Agency to assist with smuggling cocaine and methamphetamine across the U.S.-Canada border. Bagri and Danda both appeared in person, and Smog appeared by video from a detention center. As the bail application process continues, all three men remain in custody. They are all entitled to extradition hearings to fight their transfer to the United States, where if convicted at trial, they could face anywhere from 10 years to life in prison.
Jesus Christ. They about to go crazy on them over there in America, bro. There's one thing when you're getting locked in soft-ass Canada, and I don't mean to diss my own country, but our laws are soft. So you can get locked up over here. You might get out with the right lawyer on road, no problem. And if you're not on road, then like the jails, like realistically, are not as tough. Okay? You'll be able to find whatever gang or people that you need to hang out with, and you'll be good. Right? You're not going to get beat up on range every day being one of the Indian gangsters. You're going to find a lot of other of your people, or the South Asian gangsters. You're going to find a lot of your other peoples or others of your people in the Canadian jails to link up with. In America, not so sure. I can't tell you for sure, but from what I'm seeing right now, if the shit is starting to spread to like down south, where like the whole Bishnoi gang movement that was like very big in Canada is also starting to make waves in America, whew, we might start seeing a demographic change in the jails over there.
Canada's Sikh community is now the target of
So
violent.
this is courtesy of National Post. Hopefully I don't get copywritten. What can I do? Give me a second. Let me try something here. I'm going to speed this up. And I'm going to take it off of the screen because more times, I'm not trying to get a copyright. Let's try this.
Transnational gang behind an extortion crisis, alleged murder for hire plots, and violence against Canada's Sikh community is now the target of the FBI. Members of the Bishnoi gang were among the 37 individuals charged on July 7th after a multi-year investigation into 3 India-based crime rings. That includes new charges against their jailed leader, Lawrence Bishnoi. It's a complex web of murder, extortions, and a potential political assassination that's heightened tensions between Canada and India. So who is Lawrence Bishnoi, the head of the gang at the center of this all? Let's spell it out. Lawrence Bishnoi is a 33-year-old law school graduate who's been imprisoned in India since 2015.
He's basically run a transnational criminal empire from inside a high-security Indian prison. And that is something that should be reminiscent of Pablo Escobar.
Robert Hewish is an associate professor in international development studies at Dalhousie University. He says the alleged crime boss's criminal career started in the early 2010s.
There was accusations of attempted murder, assault, and robbery. And those cases were involved to his involvement in student politics. And that's the other thing. There's a lot of political activism that goes with Bishnoi. So he's done well to accumulate wealth through his gang. He's formed lots of connections with arms dealers, expanded criminal operations as a student at Punjab University. And then after he graduated, the violent activities and the boldness of political intimidation in particular became part of his brand.
Law enforcement allege Bishnoi is the head of more than 1,000 gang members in Canada alone.
Holy shit! Over 1,000 gang members in Canada alone is crazy.
Canada declared them a terrorist entity in 2025, earning praise from BC's premier.
People have been living in fear of extortion. This is an important move that could make our streets safer.
The gang is accused of extorting and carrying out a number of violent crimes targeting Canada's Sikh community, including business owners, mostly in BC, but also Alberta and Ontario. U.S. law enforcement and the RCMP alleged gang members also targeted extortion victims' family members, often focusing on ones in India. Police allege in some cases they would use corrupt law enforcement officials in India to help in extortion schemes.
These groups are known to prey on the less fortunate to carry out the criminal activities. At the same time, we're putting a stop to a significant flow of drugs and firearms into Canada.
They're outside your house, they're in your neighborhood, they know who you are. They're putting cars in flames, they're shooting up houses.
On July
Oh my God. That shit just made my blood turn cold.
July 7th, the FBI announced it was charging 37 individuals in 3 indictments for India-based organized crime rings, including Bishnoi's. At least 24 people were arrested in Canada, the US, and Europe. One indictment accuses Bishnoi of ordering the killing of Sikh activist Hardeep Singh Nijjar in Surrey, BC in 2023. It also accuses Bishnoi's longtime associate, Satinderjeet Singh, known as Goldie Brar, with the FBI calling him the gang's North American leader.
This is the guy right now that they have a $50,000 American reward from the FBI for.
Among 3 people arrested in the Vancouver area.
The gang used this assassination and other high-profile acts of violence to terrorize Sikh and other Indian communities, and they used acts of violence to legitimize and bolster widespread extortion schemes.
In 2024, then Prime Minister Justin Trudeau accused Indian officials stationed in Canada of using the international crime ring to carry out attacks in Canada, including Nijjar's murder. The move hurt Canada's relationship with the other nation. This week,
I remember that. It was downhill from there.
the RCMP told CBC News there was no evidence Indian officials were involved in the alleged crimes from this announcement. But Hewish says there should be questions about how Bishnoi has.
Look at this shit. These niggas is on some next level gangster shit too, bro. I'm saying, like, the Mexicans and all those guys are like the top of the food chain when it comes to like gangsterism and stuff like that in South America and all that shit. But like, don't get it twisted. They got numbers. They got members. And if they don't got members yet, they're going to get more members. So all of that, you know, cartel this, cartel that, like they might have to move aside. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, I'm just making my observation. Like, mans are gunning for, you know, no pun intended, mans are gunning for the top spot.
has allegedly been able to run an international crime organization with thousands of members while locked up in a high-security prison in India.
How in the world is a guy in maximum security prison in charge and operating this syndicate? It's a cartel with such efficiency. That needs to be questioned. What are Indian authorities doing about this? And will Indian authorities respect the charges that are being put forward by the FBI? But in terms of pinning it on any politician, I think everyone's taking the sober step to not jump into that situation.
In Canada, the Bishnoi group has tapped into Canada's massive pool of temporary workers and foreign students to build an army of enforcers. In late 2025, the RCMP...
They tapped into what? Say that again?
Jump into that situation.
In Canada, the Bishnoi group has tapped into Canada's massive pool of temporary workers and foreign students to build an army of enforcers.
Tapped into the temporary foreign students and workers and said, what? What? You with us now. You part of the gang. Snatch your ass right out of Timmy's. You part of the gang.
Taking a sober step to not jump into that situation.
Brother's like, yo, I just came here to go to school, bro. What do you mean I'm part of the gang? Like, nah, you part of the gang now. All right? Welcome to Canada.
In Canada, the Bishnoi group has tapped into Canada's massive pool of temporary workers and foreign students to build an army of enforcers. In late 2025, the RCMP linked the Bishnoi gang to violent extortions in Metro Vancouver and Brampton, Ontario. As of June 2026, the Canadian Border Services Agency has opened almost 500 immigration investigations, issued 139 removal orders, and enforced at least 80 deportations, all linked to individuals connected to the gang. Hewish says Canada has one of the largest Sikh immigrant communities in the world, and they're on the radar of politicians and nationalists in India.
A couple diplomats have said that, you know, there ought to be a third order preoccupation with many Indian politicians about their obsession with worried about clandestine separation.
He says if the FBI pursues these murder charges for a crime carried out in Canada, it could get murky.
If the order from Bishnoi to execute Mr. Singh occurred, and the court say, that was there, and there's any connections that involve people or property in the United States, then that will lead to serious charges. And as well in Canada, because the Bishnoi gang is designated as a terrorist group, any dealings that any Canadian has or anybody has in Canada with that gang is also deemed to be a terror, like association with terrorist activities.
Whoa. So it's not even like, yo, you're part of the gang. You're part of like a terrorism group. Ma ting. Yeah, get down or lay down for real. No choice, Dark Dreams. It's some real get down or lay down. Like, listen, it's the Canadian government that deemed them a terrorism group, but like at the same time, like, can you blame them? It's kind of crazy, fam. These guys are expanding. Like, yo, we gonna take over the streets, man. Fuck this shit, bro. All right? We ain't doing this come here temporary foreign worker bullshit. Nigga, we taking over the streets. We're gonna be driving the trucks. I don't give a fuck if the truck goes off the road. You got a license, nigga. Let's go. All right? Get you some guns over there in America. And we're going to get busy bringing 100 keys of coke. Let's get busy. I'm telling you, gang. This is a power play that's happening right now, right in front of our very eyes. We're going to see the landscape and the demographic change of who's running the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like once upon a time, you know, you'd be like, yo, watch out for the mob. Watch out for listen, I'm not trying to diss any gangs out there. I know you guys still have power. All right. So listen, I'm not dissing. But it used to be like, yo, look out for the triads. Look out for the mafia. Even the bikers, yo, look out for all of these guys. Yo, those are the ones you don't talk about. And you still don't talk about them. Don't diss them. I am not dissing. But just add to the list, right? Oh, shit, look out for the Lawrence Bishnoi gang. Oh, shit, yo, don't talk about the Brothers Keepers too tough. Like, Like, you gotta be weary. Like, it's not just don't talk about them Bloods and Crips like that. Like, yo, to be honest, I don't want to diss the niggas, but we on the lower end of the food chain. Bloods and Crips, that shit only matters in LA for real, for real. It matters in other places, cool, but power? Do I got it twisted? Bloods and Crips ain't got no power in compared to what the shit that we're uncovering right over here, fam. Like, they might be used as henchmen or soldiers and shit like that. But Bloods and Crips ain't really like, yo, watch out for those guys anymore. It's more like, yo, watch out for like the real gangsters. Like Ryan Wedding's a white man. Black kids in Montreal playground running away from guys in turbans with red shoelace. I don't know about that yet. I don't even think they're going to be on it like that because remember, this is like ethnic criminality. So they might not be on it like, yo, fuck you black people. They just might be like, yo, where's the bread? Let's get to it. It might be a good thing. I'm just saying. Let me just play one more video just to show you guys how serious it's getting.
The third indictment charges 11.
Hold on, let's just read a bit. And this is from Toronto Crime Watch. Canada is the center of a sweeping U.S.-led crackdown on alleged Indian organized crime networks, with American prosecution linking with groups to the 2023 killing of Canadian Sikh leader Harpreet Singh Nijjar in Surrey. The U.S. Department of Justice announced that 37 people have been charged with 24 arrests as part of Operation Hardball, a multinational investigation involving authorities in the United States, Canada, and Europe. Oh, shit, all the way to Europe. 3 suspects were arrested in Canada. One indictment alleges that Indian gangster Lawrence Bishnoi and alleged associate Sajit Singh ordered Nijjar's assassination as a part of a campaign of violence and extortion targeting members of the Indian diaspora. Prosecutors also alleged that the organization trafficked cocaine from the United States to Canada. In a separate indictment, 3 British Columbian men, Vancouver residents Ravinder Singh Danda and Jaskarn Bagdri, along with Creston resident Gurjit Singh Smaj, with alleged operations across borders smuggling networks that transported hundreds of kilograms of cocaine and methamphetamines into Canada. Hundreds.
Defendants with various. The third indictment charges 11 defendants with various drug trafficking charges. The organization targeted in this indictment would use commercial semi-trucks to move hundreds of pounds of cocaine and
again, say what?
Targeted in this indictment would use commercial semi-trucks to move hundreds of pounds of cocaine and methamphetamine each week across the United States and into Canada for other drug trafficking organizations. The indictment charges the Canadian leader of the organization, Ravindir Singh Danda, together with his lieutenants. Defendant Danda is
There's something I got to go back to because they said right here, for who?
Canada for other drug trafficking organizations.
Oh. So they be the plug now. Oh. Well, shit, you got to be the plug. If you're bringing hundreds of kilograms into Canada, bro, you are now becoming the plug.
The indictment charges the Canadian leader of the organization, Ravindir Singh Danda, together with his lieutenants. Defendant Danda is facing a mandatory.
Yo, just jokes. Even though I'm talking about gangsters, niggas is pulling out bricks out the turban, brother. Got a brick for you right there, bang. All right, straight from Colombia. It's like cocaine straight from Bolivia.
Minimum of life imprisonment for his role in leading this massive drug trafficking operation.
Whoosh. Whoosh. This is crazy. Operation Hardball arrest sparks calls for extortion victims. Look, U.S. indictment. Oh my
When the news broke
God.
about the arrests, what was your
types of crime? And I think for the community also now reaffirms a lot of what was being said on social media. The links to the Bishnoi gang, the links to the drug trade, the links to many other types of crime. And I think for the community to have this kind of an in-depth investigation directly linking the cold-blooded murder of Hardeep Nijjar in the grounds of the Gurdwara, it shed some light on that too.
For a long time, though, I mean, these drive-by shootings and these multi-million-dollar extortion letters, they were talked about as though they were street-level crimes, taking place in Surrey. Now,
I was talking about them like they were street-level crimes. Now we're realizing this is international gangsterism.
Now that the U.S. Justice Department has unmasked the international network behind this, how confident are you that we will see this finally get the attention it deserves from law enforcement?
Karen wants to know trucks from what country. Who knows? Because they could be trucks that are coming from Canada. When I heard trucks, automatically I started thinking to myself, okay, there's been videos that popped up with complaints about people who are getting shitty permits to become truck drivers because they're just joining like these Fondulu schools to get their truck driving permit so that they can be out there transporting our produce and different things that we need in life. But with that, if you're hiring just any and everybody, means you're not just hiring just any and anybody. You're hiring the right guys for the job who might be able to put a brick in there with the order of beef that's coming from wherever, or some oranges that are coming from Florida. You might have a brick in there that came straight from Bolivia, right? You never know. I'm just speculating. I'm just a dumb podcaster, but I'm just saying. I hear that. I make connections in my brain.
Number one, it's very clear that a lot of these gangs, or at least two of the heads of the gangs, are sitting in prison in India, and they're still able to carry out these activities with their networks that are transnational in nature, which gangs tend to be. But now I think the critical part is what is included in the indictment is asking for extradition for those criminals to be tried in the United States. I think that is a very significant change. And but also, it's very important to make it clear that right from the beginning, every time I spoke on this, on the radio said, what we were seeing, the people who were firing the guns and who were posting the videos were not your perpetrators. They were the pawns that were being used to inflict fear on the South Asian community. And let me be honest, being done by South Asian people, on the South Asian community to extract money from them. And
here's the thing. Okay, I'll wrap this segment up here. The thing is with this is we've realized from just everything that we've covered here on the podcast, we've covered here on the live streams, just getting in depth in this whole thing, is that Canada's laws are so soft that nobody gave a shit until now the FBI in America decided, all right, we're going to pick this case up. We're going to start laying indictments. We're going to do press conferences. Now they're like, oh, thank God. Now somebody's here to fix the problem. Fam, if this extortions and all that type of stuff has been going on for at least 10 years, and as far as it amping up, okay, let's say over the last 5-6 years, it started amping up. Y'all motherfuckers over here with our weak trash legal system weren't able to do anything about it. Weren't able to scare nothing, ain't nothing die. You feel me? Exactly. Big brother to the rescue. Once again. Right? Now that the crime has gotten out of control, they called for a state of emergency in Surrey. Like, yo, please, man, them are making it tough to just have a regular business out here because all of the criminals are extorting us. oh, well, you know, we can't do a state of emergency. I don't know what we can do for you. You know, oh, we'll arrest a few people, catch and release, catch and release, catch and release. Like, yo, we covered a 32-time story. The man was in his house. He got plugged, and then they burnt the whole crib down, fam. What are we talking about, bro? Like, the criminality's so out of control that, like, mans are just, like, seeing how far they could take it with the crime. You know what I'm saying? If I can shoot this guy, let me see how many bullets I can fill him with this time, as opposed to my last hit. You feel me? Like, niggas is just playing with it now. Like, yo, I'm gonna just play crime. Let me just see how much shit I can actually get off, because they ain't gonna lock me up over here in Canada. What the fuck? Canada's soft. Let me try out this new gun. It got a banana clip. Yo, when they show the videos of man shooting at man's house, they don't be stressed. They don't look pressed. They're just like pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, you ready to go? The car pulls up. All right, time to go. And then they just leave. Man don't even run. They just like lightly jog to the car, maybe at most. At most. Canada's soft. You can tell by the surveillance videos. Niggas don't feel nothing, bro. Try that shit in America. Gun range in the neighborhood. For real, fam. Just shooting indiscriminately, no problem. Cops ain't gonna do shit. If they come here, we shoot at them too. Fuck them. That's literally the attitude. And then who's gonna be the cavalry when we fuck over all the cops that we already have on payroll, half of them anyway? The Mounties, the RCMP. They're like, fuck them too. They ain't got nothing on us. We got thousands of soldiers ready to take it there. Man, we are fucked. We are so fucked.
37-year-old man has...
Let me show you how fucked up we are. We even got a chud. Watch this guy.
37-year-old man has been arrested and charged after an investigation into an alleged hate-motivated incident at a Halifax Costco. Randall Byron Publicover was arrested in Port Dufferin on the Eastern Shore yesterday. He's facing several charges, including public incitement of hatred, assault, and 4 counts of uttering threats.
New goofy alert.
Halifax police were called to the Costco on Chain Lake Drive Saturday. They learned the man had yelled at a family and assaulted another customer while continuing to shout obscenities. That video of the incident circulated widely on social media, no doubt aided police. The Council of Canadian Muslims said it was relieved to hear of an arrest.
This is Chud's fault. I blame Chud. He got popping off of that gracism, that good old-fashioned gracism. And they're like, hold my beer.
Tim Hortons is firing back at a group of Quebec restaurant owners who...
My bad. They're like, I got you. I'll show you some gracism. Look, he even got the boots. He got the graces boots.
Okay. They learned the man had yelled at a family and assaulted another customer while continuing to shout obscenities. That video of the...
Look at them boots. Look at this guy. These are the type of niggas you got to look out for, bro. These mans are they're trying to start a revolution. Okay? Look out for niggas like this, bro, or white men like this. Okay? This shit is giving me a flashback to the 80s. All right? This man looks like he's like in his 30s. So we got brand new skinhead, neo-end type motherfuckers that are popping up out the woodworks. Look out.
The incident circulated widely on social media, no doubt aided police. The Council of Canadian Muslims.
This guy's posted this shit on the gram or wherever. Right? Probably it's on Facebook. On Facebook. Where all the real Graces live.
Said it was relieved to hear of an arrest.
Fuck this guy. Burn in hell, my youth. I got one more story and then I'm hitting the road. And listen, just quick fast, just for people who are tapping into the chat, who for this live, and who are here from earlier. Tomorrow, Akademiks is dropping the interview with Charlamagne the God at 12 p.m. We'll be back here. We're going to be watching in real time, trying to see if anything gets cut out later, because you got to listen. You got to be wary when it comes to this shit. You want to watch the shit when it drops, because if anybody has a problem with anything, they might cut it out later, and then it'll all be in a live stream. So anything that gets cut out ain't going to get cut out if we catch it live. All right? So I'm going to set my alarm, because, like, shit. Sometimes it's hard to get up early, fam. I be up late after these shits, man. I don't just go to bed after a live stream. I be chopping up, what do you call it, clips and all that type of stuff, but I will be ready. Right? Huge news for the unemployed. Right? Right? Unemployed. Alert for the unemployed. I agree. Racism has no place. Hold on. Let me read over there. Salute to the people coming in from, salute to Bong Smoke popping up from Twitch. It said, I agree. Racism has no place. But if you all messed up in public on off drugs or even mental, should be put on blast for the whole country. Listen, fam, we're living in an age where everything is put on blast, so why not? Okay, I got one more thing I want to get to, and salute to the chat, salute to everybody who's been popping up from whatever platforms that y'all popping up from. There was one comment before that led to it. Let me see the other comment. Honest question: if a bucket downtown runs around yelling racial slurs, are they put on blast like that? Let me think about that. Give me a quick second. Let me think about that. Because I do see videos sometimes, but they might not be as viral when people are like trying to film buckets. And like sometimes they're up on YouTube and stuff like that, where they're just like filming like these guys' trauma. Like they're not asking them any kind of constructive questions or anything to try to like unveil things that are happening in the city or society. It's more like, let me see when these buckets crash out. I don't think that the algorithm allows those videos as much as they used to. So I don't feel like people are as incentivized to even do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to even put them on blast as much as like I used to see. Like, remember, there used to be shit like bum fights and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot of the stuff also needs to be not exposed, but highlighted, let's say. But yeah, thank you for that question. And salute to everybody who's popping up on any platform, right? I fuck with people who are popping up from like Twitch and Kick and stuff like that. One more thing I want to get to. Tim Hortons. They're being sued. All right. They have a lawsuit against them from a bunch of different franchisees for their business practices and a few different things that have been on the nefarious side on the feelings of the franchisees. Okay, so I'm gonna play a video over here courtesy of Globe and Mail, and let's see what's going on with Timmy's.
Tim Hortons is firing back at a group of Quebec restaurant owners who are suing the chain over their falling profits. More than a dozen franchisees first filed a lawsuit in 2024. Franchisees own and run the individual restaurants, but the company actually controls both what they pay for supplies like food and packaging, and also what they can charge customers for items on the menu. Franchisees argued those costs went way up in recent years, but prices didn't keep up, and that ate into millions of dollars worth of profits. But Tim Hortons is pushing back. In a statement of defense filed last week, the company argues the real problem is how the restaurants were run and managed. It says some of the restaurants fell behind on renovations or provided poor service. But the court document also revealed some interesting detail.
See, this is also part of where everybody was complaining about how Tim Horton has gone down the drain. These guys start saying, "Oh, well, you're charging us too much for these products, and you're not, sorry, the wholesale price for these products are going up, but we ain't making no money on the back end." Well, your business looks like shit. You don't pay attention to the fucking, to the baking stuff. There's flies flying around shit. You ain't cleaned the ice cap machine in how long? It's your fault.
Company argues the real problem is how the restaurants were run and managed. It says some of the restaurants fell behind on renovations or provided poor service. But the court document also revealed some interesting details on how Tim's actually decides what to charge you, the customer, for things like that morning double-double. The chain actually breaks down its menu prices by 62 regions across Canada, looking at things like what competitors in the area will charge, and even testing the level of price increases that each market will bear. Tim Hortons countered the franchisees' claim that menu prices didn't keep up with inflation. The company revealed that they actually went up by 21% in Quebec from 2021 to 2024. But even so, it says these 15 restaurant owners wanted to charge customers significantly more. Now, it's important to note that none of these claims have been tested in court. The restaurant owners are asking for roughly $27 million in damages. Tim Hortons, meanwhile, wants the case thrown out entirely.
Oh my God. So these guys want $27 million in damages based on, I guess, inflation prices that head office has been putting on them on products. And they're saying it's been cutting their bottom line off. We can't make no money off of this shit. And Tim Hortons like, and this is not all of them. This is not all of them. There's just 15 of them over in Montreal, if I'm not mistaken, if they said in the beginning of this. Let me just double check.
Tim Hortons is firing back at a group of Quebec restaurants.
Yeah, Quebec, right? I'm not trying to downplay Quebec because I fuck with, I'm Quebecois originally, right? But we be complaining a lot. It didn't even say Tim Hortons. It's not even French. That's not their complaint, but I'm just saying they be complaining a lot. So these 15 franchisees over there are like, nah, we can't be charging $1.79 for a donut, fam. Well, go on, bro. I can't even make no money over here. And these niggas is like, no, your store's fucking dirty, fam. That's why you ain't make no money. Crackheads hang out, and it has a kind of a weird crackheadish kind of smell in there.
Charge you, the customer, for things like that morning double-double. The chain actually breaks down its menu prices by 62 regions across Canada, looking at things like what competitors in the area will charge, and even testing the level of price increases that each market will bear. Tim Hortons.
That's how they figure that shit out. All right? Say it again.
Charge you, the customer, for things like that morning double-double. The chain actually breaks down its menu prices by 62 regions across Canada, looking at things like what competitors in the area will charge, and even testing the level of price increases that each market will bear.
So they check by competitors in the area and testing how much price increase each market can bear. So they have a system. They're not just willy-nilly. And listen, I'm not usually here to defend Tim Hortons. Okay, I know Tim Hortons has gone to shit. But is it Tim Hortons has gone to shit or the individual franchisees who be buying these shits up and then just not giving a fuck about what happens in there once they have one? Right? And this is not only in Montreal. I go to a multitude of Tim Hortons over here, or Quebec. I go to a multitude of Tim Hortons over here in sometimes even downtown. And I'm like, this shit is disgusting. Who owns this fucking place? So is it the company itself's fault? Or the person who had enough money and was able to pass whatever licensing test or whatever that you need to do to get yourself a Tim Hortons, fam? I feel like I've already checked on how much it costs to get a Tim Hortons. All right, let me double check something. Let me double check. Give me a second. Let me double check something. How much does it cost to own a Tim Hortons? Let's do it in Toronto. Okay. Horton, I can't type today. In the 6. So if you're looking to own a standard Tim Hortons restaurant in Toronto, you should expect to invest roughly $1 million to $2 million, depending on the location, whether it's a new build, or an existing location, and whether it includes a drive-through. Franchise fees, $50,000. All right. Leaseholder improvement / build out, $300,000 to $800,000. So I guess that depends on the drive-through one, the size, whatever. The kitchen equipment alone is $300,000 on the low end, on the lows. Initial inventory and supplies is at least 7 racks to 15 racks. Crazy. Professional fees, permits, and insurance, $20,000 to $50,000. You ain't even open your shit yet, bro. Working capital just to have some money, just for advertising, whatever else, just some capital, just having money, $25,000 to $50,000. So total estimate $1 million to $2 million right there. We would compare Tim Hortons to the city versus Tim Hortons in a small town. Yo, this is a lot of bread, bro. I feel like inflation has pushed this number up over the years. Because back in the days, I felt like you just needed a couple of $100,000 and you could have a Timmy's. But I am sadly mistaken. Just leasehold improvements / build out is $300,000 on the lows. Wow. So the people who own all of these Tim Hortons, whether it's all over Toronto, different places in Quebec, or different places in Ontario, bro, they're working with at least $1 million to get this shit popping, bro. This is a bad look. If you got $1 million to own a Tim Hortons, you should put a little bit more of that money into making sure that you have a good staff that gives a shit about the restaurant. You're vetting people better. You got better, people who give a shit about cleaning up the restaurant. If you don't want to spend money on security, creating a culture around that restaurant where it doesn't become the crackhead hangout spot. Because it's one thing to be like, okay, I'll just get security, which you have to pay extra for, to try to kick out the crackheads. But if you create an environment where it's just too clean, it doesn't feel crackhead friendly, they won't come there. You don't be seeing the crackheads hanging out over at the Starbucks in certain places because it's not crackhead friendly. And when they do, they're led out immediately. But once the Tim Hortons becomes what coffee time used to be, and you niggas need at least $2 million to open one of those, holy shit, man. It is slumlords buying it. Rich slumlords, fam. Who got $2 million just to be like, yo, let me just open a piece of shit restaurant? At least if I'm going to spend $2 million on something, it's got to be some fly shit. That's disgusting. We're like the majority of the Tim Hortons in Canada are piece of shit Tim Hortons. And remember, this statistic is for Toronto. Holy. That is nasty work, fam. Well, we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted if I do see any updates that pop up on it. It's not like a trending topic, so I might not even see an update. But salute to whoever needs to be saluted in that situation right there. Let me just check the chat before we get out of here. Bong Smoke says, same thing as many mortgages are funded false here in the GTA. Business loans are granted on false paperwork. Facts. So you don't need $1 million up front. Yeah, but you need to be able to, like the float they said is at least what, 300,000 or 25,000 working capital. Like, you gotta have bread. At least you have to be good for it, at least. You feel me? Genuine investors believed in Tim Hortons when they got in. Yes, I remember back in like the early 2000s, Tim Hortons wasn't like a peak place. It's never been a peak place. But like people were so excited to open them that they all look fly. And now it's like they all look kind of run down, especially if you're in the ends. I'm in the East End, all right? People see me in the East End. I'm in the East End. I see a lot of fucked up Tim Hortons in the East End. I ain't gonna lie. So y'all got to do better. Anyhow, I think I'm done rambling here for today. Nice 3.5 hour live. Like I said, we will be back early tomorrow for the Akademiks and Charlamagne face off. It's going to be going down. I'll be back here at midday for that. Okay. And if there is anything like breaking news or whatever, I might have to do another stream in the evening. Okay. But until then, we are off of this. Doses.